Damn, y'all hopped in here fast. What up, people? We are back in our element. Jimmy is not. The boy need to get on his plane. Please, please, people. He's not gonna stay. As excited as you may be, that guy Jimmy gotta catch a flight. Yo. How we doing, people of the cloud? Love you too, Jimmy. Cheyenne, good to see ya. MT's here. Ace is back. What up? What up, what up, what up? Got a ball out of Atlanta. Been here 5 hours. Dude, you still not being home from Toronto is crazy to me. That's wild. I out here finishing up my shift at work. Jimmy has got his ass stuck in Atlanta. That's horrible, man. I'm so sorry for you. Safe, speedy, fast travels is all I wish for you, friend. And then more success in the Tommy Tours, baby. You're kind of the pro as far as my community goes. All right. So, easy layover. Kill me. Oh, look at MT wishing that guy Jimmy some safe travels. MT? That's crazy, bro. You now have, you can put in, I think, wait, did you two end up meeting in Toronto? I can't tell. My 5'3" at Toronto ass is not a pro, lol. No. I'm just saying, as far as Tommy Tuesday tours go, as far as people in my community who participate in TT tours, Triple T, you the threat. You the TTTT. The Tommy Tuesday tour threat. That's all I'm getting at. What up, Crusadia? Storm Hater 2009, I saw you in Toronto. God damn it, guys. He's back. The hater is back. Which makes me think he is in my group and pulling the wool over my eyes. This is somebody close to me. I don't know who you are, Storm Hater 2009, but I'm going to find you one day. I'm going to show up at your house, and I'm going to be carrying court orders to cease and desist and drop the slander against the Stormcloud universe. That's a promise. Okay, Crusadia. So, bro, I think we're just going to hop on to Reg G Ladder. I'm going to talk a little bit about my Toronto adventures, just briefly. We'll refresh the team, and I'll give you some thoughts on how things went while we were there. But then, yeah, honestly, this is just going to be sort of a chill team building stream to get back into the swing of Reg G. It's been so long since I've got to fuck around with my boy Terapagos, and I've missed him. I got to talk about some different restricteds that I'm thinking of using, and honestly, I've been craving team building. The pressures of the upcoming tournaments in Reg H and some of the busyness of my own life had me... Honestly, if I'll admit it to you guys, I was too scared to team build at the end of Reg H. I was running out of time before Toronto. I just thought, fuck it, I'll just grab something that already exists and I'll just rip that at the tournament because it already has good results. But honestly, every time I've used a team that I've built myself, I have performed better at events. Never have I performed worse at events than when I'm not using something I've constructed. So that's not to say I'm an awesome team builder. It just emphasizes the comfort I have when I'm making the choices entirely on my own. So I'm excited to get back into the swing of that. I usually don't like team building on stream, but we'll make this a bit of an open discourse thing, and we'll put together a very, very simple Terapagos team. We'll check out some of the world's placements from earlier in the year, and then we'll just play some games. And if you guys want to switch it up and go onto cartridge, we could play a couple of games with my Toronto team. But I think I'm interested in just switching right back into the swing of Reg G. Hit me up whenever you want, man. I don't plan on doing much myself, but happy to help. Jimmy, I will fucking absolutely hit you up. I know you cooked hard at the beginning of Reg G. You got the sauce, brother. I won't take that lightly. Turtle Time MT. Ree, what up? Ree, I let you down. You wished me good luck into Toronto, and I had another, I mean, never a bad performance, but nothing that anyone would be impressed by. I kind of saw it coming, I suppose, using a very standard team that's been around since the beginning of the format and only prepping about a good week and a half out. So, like, it was to be expected, and I'm learning the same lesson over and over again. One of these days, I'll finally suck it into my skull and leave it there. But yeah, so let's talk about Toronto. Let's just get into it because there's already 9 of you motherfuckers here, and thank you, MT. MT and Margot were impressed. So let me... Thank you, Ree. And you know I'm going to be getting my ass back out there. Our next tournament is months away. It won't even be Regulation G, all things considered. What I'm going to be playing and prepping for here is explicitly to keep the VGC juices flowing and to express my love of the game. Because by the time Milwaukee comes around, which is the next event in May, the format should already be switched to something different. So this is all just for fun. Okay. No, JT, Milwaukee will not be Reg G. I just figured that out today. Reg G ends at the end of April. Yo, thank you, Jimmy. Take care, brother. Safe travels. Get home safe. Yeah, Milwaukee. I know, I'll probably get to see Ree there. Haha, JT is over the moon. All right, let's briefly talk about Toronto. I wonder if Top Cut Explorer has the teams up yet. We'll make this quick. We won't spend forever. Look at that. Top Cut's already there. Let's see if we can do top 256. We can. Awesome. Only 244 players made it to top 56. Your boy not there. But let's start with the easy shout out. Let's start out with an easy shout out. Where is he? 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 Friend of the channel. Resident Rain Pro, as far as I'm concerned. Where is he? 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 He's up here somewhere. Come on. I'm looking for my boy JL, man. Where is John? There he is. John Luke Martin. John Luke, friend of the channel, hit top 128. I just had it up and now it's gone. Hit 128, hit top 128 right here. John Luke Martin. I was chasing him by one game, but I couldn't quite catch him. He made the right calls. He played this team a lot longer than I did, and his practice paid off. The boy earned a top 128 spot here in Top Cut Explorer. Very proud of him. His second regional, and he's already making great waves with this really cool Twist on the Rain team with Ensign still, but also Dragonite and Annihilate paying off huge. Another very important thing to talk about, which if you guys follow VGC much, you'll know that Wolf Glick took his 10th regional title, which is just absolutely fucking crazy. And he did it with Parrish, Wolfie Combe Parrish. If you heard that meme, it is going to be solidified in history forever. The man took Kingdra and Politoed all the way to the top of the tournament for the end of Reg H. Very, very, very cool. So that was an awesome thing to watch. Wolfie Combe Parrish, he killed it. Crusadia, you are damn right, brother. This man would not get out of the kitchen. He's in there burning his fingers, making a mess, dishes all the fuck over the place. This guy cooking, and it paid off. And it was just it was a real treat to watch live. It was inspiring, man. Motivational. Got my blood pumping and hungry for more Pokemon. So let me talk a little bit about my own experience in Toronto now. So like I said, we went 4-4, 4 wins and 4 losses. Again, that's at the bottom end of my performance for regionals. My most impressive performance is 6-3. My least impressive performance is 4-4. So we're going to try and flip the script before the end of the year. I know I can do it. Yeah, let's talk, in my opinion, of maybe some of the things that went wrong, some of my observations, things I would do to this team if I was going to be playing this any longer. So first of all, the Terra Bug on Arcaludon. It came up. It did not come up as much as I thought. I had a couple of games where I tried to be real ballsy, and I thought the Terra Bug was obvious, and I would let them just land a stellar close combat into my Arcaludon. Just me reading too deep into the frickin' into the turns, thinking there's no way they're gonna hit me when I have the Terra Bug threat. They just clicked CC and I would lose Arc. So there was a little bit of a learning curve on whether or not people were willing to click close combat. Overall, though, I did enjoy the Terra Bug when it came up. Very, very nice addition. Don't regret this at all. The thing I'm most interested to talk about is Aura Sphere here. No, Ace, didn't forget to Terra. Was playing against, opponents who were making heavy reads during the middle of the game. And it was one of those moments where it's like, I feel like the Terra Bug is so obvious that I can get away with saving my Terra and KOing them regardless. and I would go for like just leaving Arcaludon as a steel type in front of the Sneasler, try and pick up an Electroshock KO, and then get punished. That happened one round, which I was not excited about. But I want to talk about Aura Sphere. So here's the reality of this, chat. When you are playing Rain, a big issue is other Rain. Because in general, Pelipper cannot touch Arcaludon. Basculegion struggles to touch Arcaludon. Goldango can touch Arcaludon, but it's typically at least a 2-hit KO, and you need Nasty Plot up. So it's really not a reliable way to address the Arc early on. Incineroar can't touch Arc. Amoonguss can't touch Arc if they're Terra Grass, which most of them are. So here's the reality of this situation. Aura Sphere is amazing into opposing Arcaludon. Aura Sphere is very, very good when you're trying to knock out stamina boosts on other Arcaludons. We're gonna guess. I'm gonna have the chat guess how many Arcaludons that I saw. How many Rain teams did Storm face? And we're gonna go 0 to 2, 3 to 5, and we'll do 6 or more. Mind you that Rain was the most popular archetype. Rain was the most popular archetype going into this event. Rain was the most popular archetype going into this event. Record was 4-4, Crusadia. 4-4 this time. Right, 3 to 5 is an amazing guess, you guys. I fought 0 Rain teams. I fought 0 Rain teams in this event. So my choice to go Aura Sphere, which was a decision specifically to counter other Arcaludons, did not pay off what the fucksoever. I just never managed to effectively land an Aura Sphere because I never fought Rain. I wasn't dealing with other Assault Vest Arcaludons. I have no idea, Crusadia. No clue. Also, yo, Evan Scott. Yo, show Evan some love in the chat. There's only a few of us right now. Maybe we'll get a couple more boys later. But, yeah, show Evan some love, people. Evan was, I met Evan at the event this weekend. He's in another server. I'm in a mutual server with him. And of the group of us there, Evan's the only one who day 2'd, and he did it on his first ever regional. So he had a very, very, very strong performance. And not only that, he was a legendary guy. Super cool, super friendly. I felt very privileged to hang out with him this weekend. Awesome guy. So Evan, thanks for being here, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you saw, yeah, look at, you guys met. Evan, low-res queso, you met, well, maybe I shouldn't say his name on stream, but you met low-res, you met Smelly Maselli, you met some of these guys, you met MT, you met Evo Quill. Yeah, so yeah, Evan was the GOAT this weekend. Okay, so back on my story time here. So yes, Aura Sphere was an adaptation that I made to specifically assist in my ability to deal with opposing Rain, right? Now we're going to go to the next poll. We have one more poll. All right, here we go. How many sand teams did Storm face? Yes or no? No, we're going to change that up. 0 to 2, 3 to 5. 3 to 4, 5 or more. All right, here we go. How many sand teams did your boy face? When we were in Toronto this weekend with our Rain team, how many times did your boy have to deal with a Tyranitar? Okay, 3 to 4 and 0 to 2. Those are the nice guesses. Very cool, very cool. We're gonna end the poll here. So you guys are all wrong, except for the 12% of you who hit 5 or more. I don't remember the exact number. I hit 5 or more sand teams. I saw Rain no times. I saw Assault Vest Tyranitar 5 times. Right. Oh, MT got it. Good memory, MT. So here was the issue. In my opinion, John Luke making the adaptation to bring an Annihilate into the matchup was huge. Oh my God, look at that. Evan didn't play sand one time in 11 rounds. That's fucking funny as fuck to me. I'm so sorry. Excuse my language. That is really, really funny to me. Right, so the issue that I encountered was that I could not Aura Sphere Tyranitar in the sand. No, I'm not lying, Ace. So these damage calcs are really pathetic. So I couldn't, because the sand was constantly in my face, I could never reliably get a electro shot boost up. So I was sitting here with Aura Sphere, which, let's see, how much was it doing? So I was sitting here with Aura Sphere doing about 36 to 40%. It was basically a 3-hit KO. So I was sitting there with Aura Sphere doing 3-hit KOs. Meanwhile, the opposing Garchomps were outspeeding my Basculegion because I would lose the rain. The Arc would be under threat from the Rock Slide if I went Terra Bug to avoid the Garchomp. And the Pelipper was constantly losing its Focus Sash to the Rain Chip. So Dango was the other thing I would try to lean hard into, but it was really difficult when I'm being pinned down by Knockoff and Earthquake. Even Incin doesn't look that good into it. So I really do think that this team would have benefited from a fighting type coverage. Maybe it could have been Annihilate, maybe it could have been Sneasler. There's a couple of things I would have liked to try switching up on this team, but I have to say, bro, Aura Sphere, not it for this event. Had those 5 games been rain, who knows? Could have been a totally different story for me, but I was wildly unprepared to handle heavy Assault Vest Tyranitar. In fact, I don't even think I had a single line mapped out for that going into the event because it never came up on ladder for me. Again, I only put in about a week and a half worth of serious prep. So it was rough, man. It was rough. So that being said, I'm going to adjust this team to what I would change as lessons I could take away from the event. If I had to keep this team the way it is and not change any members, we would go back to body press. Just because I would lean heavier into Goldango as my answer to opposing Arcaludon and give myself the out against Tyranitar. It's too necessary. I just was losing all the time. 2 of my 3 losses were to Doug Balance. Yeah, so Evan ended up going against and losing, clearly taking 2 of his 3 losses to what I thought was going to be more popular in the event, and that's Doug Balance. Doug is Dragonite, Ursaluna, Goldango, and it was an extremely popular core going into this event. Very difficult to beat as well. So yeah, Evan, I'm sorry, man, that you ran into those and that your losses all had to come from that. I suppose it could be worse. You could have seen it more often, so maybe it was sort of a mini blessing in disguise. Yo, Evan, what was your 3rd loss against? So you lost to Doug, and what was that last one? Yeah, Ace. So Sandstorm damage was detrimental here because it would pick up the chip on Pelipper. And then no Rain Dance manually meant my Basculegion was always slow. And my Arcaludon could never click Electro Shot and could never power up Aura Sphere. So I didn't lose all of my sand matchups. I think I won 2 out of the 5. But I took a lot of losses. 3 of my losses were to sand. The 4th was to a very unique sort of Doug team by Nicholas Donnelly. I can't remember exactly what he had. Maybe it wasn't Doug. Let's see what Donnelly was on. Nicholas Donnelly was on... Okay, it wasn't Doug at all because there was no Ursaluna or Goldango. I couldn't remember it. Yeah, it was Annihilate, Dragapult, right, with Arcaludon. It was Arcaludon, Dragapult with some Whimsicott support. It was a very unique team. He played it like a goddamn pro, and that was my one true hard loss. All of the other losses were went to 3 games. I really held on for dear life. But yeah, that loss against Nicholas was very brutal. Tail Room Size Spam team with Choice Band Basque. Whoa! What a weird team. Yeah, interesting, Evan. Yeah, that's definitely... that's crazy, bro. Tail Room Size Span with Banded Basque. All right, so on that subject, let's talk about Basque. So now you guys, you're hearing me talk about how Arcaludon is something that probably needed a shift up given the suite of opponents I was going to go against. On ladder, it was just rain, and Aura Sphere felt goated. In the tournament, Aura Sphere, rough call. Pelipper was totally fine, nothing to change here. Although, given the number of weather wars I had to fight, Muddy Water is a lot better than I thought. Having muddy water so that even outside of your preferred weather, you could still rip attacks that were stab would have been very nice. I still think I would stick with Weather Ball. I enjoy the raw damage output. Weather Ball picked up so many KOs. I will say that the 52 HP investment to make me always live Scale Shot from Adamant Dragonite definitely came in handy. Very proud of myself for that adaptation. But let's get our way on to Basque. So here is something that I noticed very, very frequently with Basque. Players were very good at setting up opposing Tailwind, and again, with all the rain I went into, I constantly had Basque being outsped by so many things. Chomp was a menace. T-Tar was constantly dodging out of major damage. It was really rough. If I had to test the team a little bit further, we would probably make this adaptation. We would probably go Choice Scarf Adaptability. I think John Luke's Mystic Water Protect set was also very, very, very cool. But I have to say that there were many, many games where Basque Legion would just be eating shit out of weather. Whether either Pelipper's rain would end and Pelipper would be out of play, or the sand or something would come in and disrupt the weather, and Basque Legion would be sitting there with a really relatively low speed stat. All the Dragonites were outspeeding this thing. All the Chomps were outspeeding this thing. I even had an Arc-Aludon outspeed this thing. It was brutal. So I have to say, I would have definitely liked to give Choice Scarf Adaptability Basque a shot. Evan is saying, last 3 weeks of real prep were done on cart. I played a lot of rain and balance stuff, which definitely helped my prep. Yeah, that's the other thing that I really regret is I didn't really get much time prepping my team on ladder, or on cart, I mean. That's something that I always struggle to put time into before an event is actually playing on cart for a while. And yeah, I imagine that it was all just rain and balance, so I would have loved to get a little bit of that experience as well. Who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have helped against the sand matchups, but just being familiar on cart, I think, is huge going into those events. Evan just made all the right calls, bro. Evan made all the right calls. The Dango was fine, totally cool. The bulk was very nice. I never felt like I lost Dango too early. The offense was brilliant. Never felt like I was missing KOs. Very good. Even the Ensign. I outsped almost, I think, every other Ensign that I risked the fake out coin flip on, I got the better odds of. The speedy Ensign was very, very nice. I even had games where under Tailwind I was able to try and go for a knockoff into Dragapult. They were usually Terra Dragon. They wouldn't let me give it up that easy. But it was really nice to have the speed tiers right where I wanted them. So I feel good about the Incineroar call. Could have maybe enjoyed an Adamant Incin. A little bit more offense on this would have been nice. There was at least 1 or 2 critical rounds where it came down to Incin versus like an Amoonguss and a Goldango, and I would miss the KO on Goldango and Amoonguss would pollen puff it back up, and I just couldn't win that matchup. That was a really brutal, I think that was my second loss of the event. So maybe looking for a little more offense on the Incin could have been nice, but overall pretty satisfied with these choices here. Finally, we got the Mogus here. This thing just was like exactly as I loved it. I mean, the special defense choice here paid off in huge dividends for me. The speed tier was right on point. I was underspeeding Ursa and Trick Room. I was outspeeding Ursa with Tailwind up. And I was living hits that I had no business living. I really, really appreciated this investment on the special defensive side. Fissure Dozo goated. He put in overtime this weekend. Yo, Evan's winning in had a couple of us rolling. I still say mad respect to finding the win con, but we talked about it all weekend. There's no way I can't share it with you guys on stream. So Evan, he finished his win in match to make it into day 2 by, I believe, Evan can correct me, I think it was a Dire Claw Connect that converted into a sleep, followed up by a Fissure, and then it was either a second Fissure Connect or a second Dire Claw Sleep Connect, all within the same round, maybe even the same game. I don't know. He can give you the specifics, but yeah, needless to say, his opponent wasn't thrilled. I'm not gonna blow him up here, but yeah, they weren't thrilled. In my opinion, well earned. You gotta play to those outs, bro. That's just the nature of the game. I've had many games where you lose to complete nonsense, and sometimes you win to complete nonsense. I've had plenty of those as well, and I don't feel guilty. Okay, oh, so it's Fissure Connect into Dire Claw Sleep into Fissure Connect. Bro, we'll never stop talking about that. Yeah, so, yeah, now here we are at Regulation G. So, yeah, this was the team. These are the changes I would make. I think the body press would be good. I think the adaptability wave crash could have been goated. I think that there's room to improve on this team drastically. All things considered, I'm not overly crushed about the performance. Look, 4-4 is nothing impressive. Nobody was giving me huge congratulations for going 4-4, and that's rightly so. It was a performance that I could feel good about, but a performance that left me craving even higher results. So yeah, that's sort of where I ended up. You know, I wish after going to so many events that I could be a little bit higher than where I am, but me and John Luke had good conversations on the car ride home. I feel like my head's clear on how I should proceed with my practice going forward, and I'm ready to give it a shot. That will always be a game I remember. Yo, so let me quickly. So Evan, my game that I will always remember was, I believe it was Knoxville. I think it was Knoxville. Let's see. I should have my name up on it. Let's go to 2023 when I was playing Reg C, or was it Reg B? Let's see, Knoxville. Where was I at Knoxville? Where was I? Back in 2023. Come on. Galvin. Oh, I gotta expand it. John Galvin. There I am. So 6-3, Knoxville 2023. No, it wasn't Knoxville. It was I had Great Tusk on the team. So if it wasn't Knoxville, then it would have been, maybe it would have been Fort Wayne. Maybe it would have been Milwaukee. Let's try Milwaukee back in 2023. Back when you had to go 7-2. Yep, Milwaukee of 2023, when I was running Great Tusk. So this is the game that I'll always remember. I was sitting at 5-2. So if I were to lose that match, I would have been at 5-3, automatically missing the day 2 qualification. So I needed to go to 6-2 just to get a chance to go 7-2, which was the requirements for making day 2 back then. You had to get 7-2, and I never made it. I always got 6-2. But on this particular day, I'm sitting there at 5 wins and 2 losses, and as I remember this going down, I lost my Ceruledge and my Rotom early, which were my only answers into a Corviknight. And I was sitting there with Great Tusk on the field. I believe they had gone Terra Dragon, and I was Choice Scarf locked into Headlong Rush. So they had gotten something like 2 or 3 Iron defenses up, or maybe they were going for bulk up. Their defense had to be something like doubled or tripled. I was doing about 10% every Headlong Rush. And I remember my vision going black as I realized it was going to be another regional that I missed day 2 on. I'm sitting there clicking 10%, and in my head I know my win con is a crit. I don't deserve it, but my win con is a crit. And I'm sitting there with my defenses dropping stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. I think I clicked Headlong Rush 3 or 4 or 5 times. And this guy just got so greedy, trying to boost himself up to be invincible, that as I sat there, I got to the point where I promise you guys, I could not see. My vision was totally black. And all of a sudden, I heard my opponent gasp, and I looked up, and the Headlong Rush critted through like 6 stages of defense boost, knocked the Corviknight out of the sky, punched him for getting greedy, and I won the round. Moved on to my winning in at 6 wins and 2 losses. Maybe it doesn't sound, let me tell you, it's not as fucking impressive as Fissure, Dire Claw, Sleep, Fissure. But to be fair, like JT is saying, greed on my opponent's part, luck on my part, and I give myself the credit for not giving up, for not forfeiting, for not making shitty plays, but knowing my win con is a critical hit and looking for it. And I was rewarded for my persistence and my luck. So Great Tusk carried me to victory that day. That's the game that I will always remember. Right, JT, it's finding your out. And if Evan's out was Fissure, Sleep, Fissure, bro, tip my hat to you finding it. We need more Great Tusk. Sounds good, Ace. Yo, John Luke, sorry I haven't addressed you directly, brother. I miss you too, buddy. I was just talking about you, man. I already threw you some love. We pulled up your 5-3 performance on Top Cut Explorer. I was just reminiscing about the good old days of 2023 Pokemon. Anyways. Play to the win con, right? I won an online tour by getting a crit Draco Meteor while at -6 with Hydreigon. See, Evan, you know, bro. That's why you won that shit, because you know you look for the win con. And you got to stay dedicated and never give up. Even when things look bleak, Pokemon is such a turbulent game that the most hopeless of situations can turn into the most fruitful of victories. All right. John Luke says he's going to return and see what I've said about him. I just threw you a bunch of love. I talked about your innovations. I've mentioned being a little bit envious of your fighting type coverage on your rain team. Yeah, go check it out, buddy. Much respect for John Luke's performance this weekend, and much respect for Evan's performance. Much respect for my future performances, we hope. Got to be good at the game, but there's also luck involved. Absolutely. Yeah, JT, it's finding it out, JT. You are absolutely right. You got to look for it. All right. So that probably sums up the weekend. That sums up the trip. MT performed beautifully, catching B-roll footage, managing her child, doing a good job as the ultimate supporter. Excellent work, MT. All right, guys. So that's as much as I want to talk about Toronto this weekend. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun meeting these guys, Evan, JL, Ty. Got to hang out with all these internet friends of mine. Yeah, I can't wait for Milwaukee. It's going to be even better, I hope. In the meantime, chat, we're done with Reg H. I've been thinking about it at the end of the tournament. I've been thinking about it this day today while I was at work. And it just murders me to continue to play Reg H when there's when really the format is very, very thoroughly explored and there's no more events for it. I'm not going to be going to any Reg H locals, so I'm ready to switch back to Reg G, man. Eyes moving forward. We're going to officially unfavorite Reg H here and favorite Reg G. All right. So again, another sort of chill stream. We'll probably be on Showdown for the rest of December. We might go casual ladder battles just because I'm kind of craving the cart. I've been doing too much Showdown on stream lately. But for now, we're just going to do a little bit of light Crystal Gym team building. It's there, JL. I promise I'm not blowing smoke. Ace, when I get a team together, absolutely. But for tonight, probably not still. Sorry to disappoint. Also, Ratsy, I realized I never said hi. I saw you pop in and out. Hello. It's so good to see you again, Ratsy. Love when the Rat Queen come to the stream. Yeah, so many chat participant polls. Yep, very good stuff, guys. Okay, so the first place we're going to go... Man, it's been a minute since I got to flex my team building skills and prowess. I feel pretty good about my team building. Let's look at how Terrapagos did at the World Championships this year. The Pokemon World Championships. The little turtle did not bad, as you see. Terrapagos was the 5th most popular legendary choice. And as we look down here, actually made it as far as top 8 and top 16 into the World Championships. So yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic. Yeah, JL, near the beginning. Like almost immediately when you see me switch to Top Cut Explorer, if you hear me say, let's talk about my Toronto trip, I very quickly pivoted into Top Cut Explorer and I talk about you. Anyways, so yeah, the turtle didn't do so bad. Obviously, Miraidon up here at the top. Here are kind of my thoughts for this upcoming format. I've been doing a little bit of reading online. I was talking to JL about this. If you guys were paying attention during the Reg G era, you know that it was a very cyclical format. For a while, Calyrex Ice was storming through the events, just claiming lives. And then as a counter to that, Zamazenta picks up as this like nice answer into these Trick Room bulky Calyrex Ice teams with the natural resistance to Glacial Lance. And Zamazenta does pretty solid. And then I believe after that, the next adaptation was Miraidon. I'm trying to remember. Let's see here. So if we look at Indianapolis, we have, oh yeah, we have Rajan Ball. Oh yeah, Miraidon. Miraidon, I forgot, took an early lead in the regulation. Then we get Stockholm, where we have Michael Kausch with Zama doing well. Santiago, Zama's still at the top there. Los Angeles, we pivot back to Calyrex Shadow Rider and Ice Rider. Then we go on to Lima, and we have a nice representation from the Turtle as an answer to the Shadow Rider. Once Shadow Rider won that event, everybody started picking up Terapagos because it is immune to the Shadow Spectre. I can't remember the name of that move. And then when we go here to Bologna, a nice mix of these three. Terapagos still there to counter Calyrex Shadow. Miraidon still there doing what it's been doing since Indiana. And Calyrex Shadow still taking Astro Barrage. Thank you, Crusadia. And Shadow still up there doing Astro Barrage. Then we get the Aurelian Sola and Patrick Connors throwdown, where Calyrex Ice Rider and Terapagos sort of reappear at the top, and then Worlds. Miraidon takes the cake. So it was sort of this endless battle between Terapagos, Miraidon, Zama, and then Calyrex Ice and Shadow, just kind of swapping their roles. When Shadow would appear, Terapagos would appear. When Terapagos appear, Zama or Ice Rider would appear. When Ice Rider or Zama would appear, Miraidon would do well. So it was really interesting to watch the format cycle like that. All of that being said, I'm sorry, that summary was a little bit messy, but the point is there were a lot of unique, the restricteds were sort of moving in a circle, chasing each other. And so I kind of thought it would be cool to do a couple of different restricteds to sort of balance out what could be accomplished given the format at the time. So I'm pretty interested in doing a Koraidon team, which we're going to let Ty and Ace both guide me through that. Ace is going to give me a rental pretty soon here. We'll probably wait till maybe January, or maybe we'll do it on Casual Ladder, who knows. But we're going to try a choice band Koraidon set. I'm going to see how that works. We're also going to try a Clear Amulet support set, which is the more obvious way to play Koraidon. Although Ace has been touting that his choice band set with Farigiraf is the sauce. So I'm looking forward to giving that a shot. I definitely want Koraidon on my radar. It really didn't have the big name finishes that we would have liked to see. Top 16 at Worlds was pretty solid. But really, other than that, not a whole lot of Koraidon representation as you continue to scroll down the list. I mean, we had a Kyurem representation before we had another Koraidon representation. So, although I'm excited about Koraidon, not quite sure it's going to be the one that takes the cake. And then, obviously, we have my heart and soul, my pride and joy. We got Specs Terapagos and Lefties Terapagos. I'm more excited about the Calm Mind Lefties set. This is what did the best at Worlds. In fact, if we look at Worlds, Terapagos did not even show up with Specs. It was, I'm so sorry. I thought this was Covert Cloak. Terapagos that showed up with Specs was rather low in the bracket. The ones that did best were all the leftover ones. These guys ended up getting the 9-2, 10-1 positions. So they're both viable. Clearly the leftovers is preferred here, and I spent so much time on the spec set that I'm most excited to build with the lefties set. I do think that that's going to require a more offensive core to support it, because in a world where Terapagos can't get set up quickly, you want something that can still do a nice chunk of damage. So we're going to definitely today explore the difference between the leftovers and the specs teams, and we're going to pay attention to how we should be thinking about building Terapagos. The last mon that I'm pretty interested in trying, I have to say, is the Miraidon. I called that this thing was going to win Worlds back when everyone was throwing their predictions out there, and as you saw, Miraidon did win Worlds. Choice Specs Miraidon is goated, man. There's been so many cool adaptations, the Whimsicott light screen versions, and I think Iron Hands was a late meta adaptation onto the team to take advantage of the electric terrain. This thing just is such a monster that these are the three teams I'm interested in building. Obviously, Miraidon has the most viability. I think Terapagos is maybe underrated, maybe underexplored, maybe just not as good, but I'm willing to find that out. My heart and soul, like I said, lies with this little crystal turtle. So that's what we're going to be working with today. But these are the three teams that I'm most interested in playing around with. Love the raw offense of the two sandwich doggies, and something about this fluffy little turtle just warms my heart. All right, so sorry, this is my rant and my spiel. We're gonna get into team building here with Lefty's Terapagos, but let me catch up on chat here. I want to make sure I'm not leaving you guys in the dust. Yes, Ace says he's still excited for our best of 3 Reg G. Me too, Ace. I fully expect your wicked Koraidon to blow me out of the water. I have always struggled with the Koraidon matchup when I'm playing Terapagos. Something we'll try and address today. Let's see, what else did I miss here? Oh, Sharvi Zarate. Hello, first of all, welcome to the stream, man. Never seen you here before, but it's a pleasure. Your boy Storm, nice to meet you. Yeah, we will be doing some viewer battles today, Sharvi. But it's probably going to be on Showdown, and it won't be till the end of the stream. So give it another hour or so, and we'll start doing some Showdown stream battles. Let's see. Crusadia wants to know, does that site you're using have EV spreads? I swear to God, I'm playing the 2024 Worlds Miraidon team or another variant of it every other game. I'm getting sick of seeing it, really. It does not. This website I really, really love Top Cut Explorer because what it'll let you do is go Terapagos, and then let's say that you really think Urshifu is a solid partner for the Terapagos. You can see, look, Urshifu was on half of the Terapagos teams, but Ogerpon Hearthflame was on 7 of the 10. 7 of the 10. So this website is really good at allowing you to explore what combinations of moves were the most prevalent, what combinations of teammates were the most prevalent, what items were the most popular, etc., etc. So you can literally investigate how many Terapagos that had Incineroar also ran Substitute and also had Amoonguss. And you can see just one team ran that specific combination. So this site really allows you to play around with different combinations of the open team sheet information. It does not give you EVs. But I do believe that if we go to the paste repository here for... If we go to the paste repository here for VGC teams, you can find... where is this link? You can find the EV spread for that world-winning team if you're interested, Crusadia. Here, I got you. Let's look at it. Right here, Reg G. Featured teams. Come on. Series, World Championship team. Yes, EV's extracted here. Let's see. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. This should have the EVs in it. There you go. So here you go, Crusadia. We have, this is the EV spread for the world's winning team. Interesting Whimsicott, kind of slow, very, very bulky. A Miraidon that was very, very offensive, modest at 244. Rather slow at only a 181 speed tier. Min-maxed Urshifu, all attack, all speed with Sash. Very, very cool with the Aqua Jet. Farigiraf with the Electric Seed to give itself a nice buff. Foul Play, Psychic Noise, Trick Room, and Helping Hand. An ability to set up the Iron Hands. And then, of course, we have the Hearthflame Ogerpon for a little bit of offensive Follow Me support. So, yeah, the VGC Paste Repository, if you guys want to see EV spreads for popular teams, they're not always here, but they frequently are. This is a great place to get rentals as well. And then, again, if you want to compare the different combinations of team members, items, and terras, I highly recommend Top Cut Explorer. This will let you investigate so many different tournaments. You can check out all of the different rankings and positionings. So many different combinations of things. Open team sheets are always included here. There's just no EVs. These are the biggest tools that I crutch on. Okay. So give me a second to sip some water, continue to catch up on chat, and then we'll move on to team building here. Yo, first time catching the stream. Very interested in the Reg G team building vid. Awesome. BGC 0. Bro, thank you so much for coming out to stream, homie. I hope you're not disappointed. We do this Mondays and Wednesdays. We might kick it up to Fridays. I've been talking about that for a minute. Yeah, we're going to get into that right now. Let me just continue to catch up on chat. Yep, Choice Band got ace to top 100. Very excited to try that out. Covert Terapagos for a while. Last Reg G and paired it with Clefairy. I've been on that train, Crusadia. I liked it. Follow Me Ogerpon is goated. If you use Miraidon, Koraidon will destroy it. If you need help against Lucas Marathon team, I can help out. Storm, are you coming to the local this Wednesday? John Luke, like I said, bro, probably not. My week is really crazy. You know, I missed my mother's birthday to be at Toronto, so I got to make that up to her this week. I want to try and keep my stream schedule consistent. And again, Regulation H, I'm kind of ready to be moving past it. So let me know when the first local is come January, and I will definitely be there. I will leave work early. I would love to see you down there. And catch a nice local with you. But yeah, I'll probably hold off on that till Reg G returns. Wendy, guys, so many new VGC resources thanks to this. Thank you. You're totally welcome, man. Yeah, I really, really enjoy Top Cut Explorer and VGC Paste Repository. I could even throw links in the description if you guys want me to. Let's see. That speed stat is detrimental for Miraidon. Chen Pound, Cry outspeeded at max. Yep, absolutely. Okay, we're good to start building. So back in the day, we know that if we're going to play lefties Terapagos, we obviously want Calm Mind, right? We definitely need Protect on this thing because that lets the leftovers restore our Terra Shell. Also, is the stream looking okay to you guys? I'm getting an error message from YouTube Studio that the stream health is looking rough. So keep me updated on if things are looking glitchy on your end, and I will do my best to address them as best as I can here. Okay, stream's good? Good. I don't know why it's yelling at me then. Get over it, YouTube. So we definitely want Calm Mind, Protect. Obviously, if we're going to be running Terapagos, we want Terra Starstorm. And then the last move is definitely a little bit up in the air. Let's see what some of these Terapagos were on. It's been so long since I played Reg G, I can't even remember what the default moves are. So Terra Starstorm, Calm Mind, Protect. Ah, right. That's right. Earth Power, a way to hit Zamazenta. Dark Pulse, a way to hit Calyrex Shadow Rider. In Substitute, which looks like it was the better performing Terapagos teams, honestly. Substitute was the better performing team. Probably as a way to counter just some sleep powder stuff would be my best guess. Let's see how common Amoonguss was at this tournament at the World Championships. Amoonguss right here at slot number 2. And then the rest of this is all Rillaboom. So that's interesting that that Substitute is such a popular choice, honestly. I think right now I'm interested in trying out. Right, yeah. Back in the day, I used to run Dark Pulse. This is what I used to be on, because Terra Starstorm being a normal type means that you can get pinched if you have to Terra a different member of your team. Not having access to a move of a second type is often a really brutal place to be. So I really enjoyed the Dark Pulse, but I have to say, it's interesting to me. It's so interesting that the teams that did the best were the sub teams. Right here, Terapagos, Calm Mind, Substitute, Protect. They're definitely on that for a very specific region. I'm very curious as to what that is. It could even be... it could even be a way to survive close combats and then encourage special defense drops on Urshifu. I'm not quite sure what this adaptation is for. I think for now we'll stick with Dark Pulse and we'll just keep it in mind. This is what I'm comfortable playing, so we're going to go ahead and stick with this rough outline here. As we look through the Calm Mind Terapagos teams here, one thing sticks out to me very quickly, which is that Incineroar Rillaboom is a repeating theme here. At least 3 of the teams here have Incineroar and Rillaboom. As you can see, 5 of the teams here have at least Incineroar. I think that the idea of damage reduction on close combats from Urshifu is a critical resource. Fake Out as a way to allow your Terapagos to set up a Calm Mind boost is additionally very, very, very critical. So I'm pretty convinced that we should at least be running Incineroar here. I do think that of all the Fake Out users available to us in Reg G, which we need to switch this team building format to Reg G, this probably makes the most sense. So let's grab Terapagos one more time. Stellar Terapagos. Lefties. Calm Mind. Protect. Dark Pulse. And Terra Starstorm. There we go. There. We'll definitely think a little bit more about the stats in a minute. That's going to be something that takes a minute. But yeah, it really seems like Incineroar or Incinemungus is the best way to play with Terapagos here. We're definitely going to at least throw Incin on here. It's just such an important tool into the Calyrex Shadow matchups. It's a very useful tool into the Calyrex Ice Rider matchups. This is just something that I cannot see myself at least starting the format without. I'm totally open to experimenting later, but for now, we're going to at least go this way. So we already have Yuxiang's team up. Let's try Huma's, Nico's, and Emmanuel. I'm interested in seeing what these guys are running on their Incineroar. So Yuxiang is running the Rocky Helmet, probably to catch Urshifu Rapid Strike and break Sashes. Rocky Helmet again shows up on Huma's team. Rocky Helmet again shows up on Nico's team. And Safety Goggles shows up on Emmanuel and I guess I don't know how to pronounce Suwon Kim. So these last two guys are running the Safety Goggles. In my opinion, I guess I understand that when you have Substitute on the Terapagos, you're comfortable not running the Safety Goggles on Incin because you don't need the safe switch in here. I do think that if we're probably running Dark Pulse over Substitute, we'll try this with the Safety Goggles. And we'll keep in mind, again, Substitute and Rocky Helmet as an alternative method. But to me, at the very least, this is the more obvious play early on. So we're going to go ahead and roll with this. Terra Ghost is like the most goated Terra type for Incineroar. So broken. Fake Out. Knock Off. These are probably mandatory as well as Parting Shot. Let's see if we have any openings to other moves in this fourth slot here. Will-O-Wisp is a... Oh, right. Back in the day when it was Will-O-Wisp over Flare Blitz. Yeah. Yep, let's rip that. Will-O-Wisp makes a lot of sense. So many big threats that we want to be able to cripple. We don't know about our EVs yet. We're going to get there. But I do think Incin and Terapagos make a wonderful pair. Now, the next thing that comes to my mind pretty immediately is the Miraidon matchup. I remember that Miraidon was a very, very difficult Pokemon to play against with Terapagos because the offensive prowess of that Pokemon would just prevent you from being able to get Calm Mind boosts up. So I'm a huge fan of Rillaboom. Rillaboom was like my go-to choice whenever I was playing Terapagos back in the day. I don't know how much I like the Terra Grass on this Rillaboom, but I think I'm absolutely going to go Rilla here. Plus, having the double Fake Out, to me, feels goated on a Calm Mind setup team. So we're going to try this instead. Oops, excuse me. We're going to try Assault Vest Rillaboom. These are the things that I most enjoy in this format. Rillaboom to counter the Miraidon, and Incineroar to counter some of the other physical threats as well as Calyrex Shadow. This looks great. So we'll do Fake Out. We'll do Wood Hammer. Grassy Glide. And then I'm wondering if it's high horsepower or U-turn that's more popular here. It looks like most of the time these guys are on U-turn. Oops, I just closed my team builder. That was epic. Nice going, Storm. Good work. Good work, Bubba. So I think we're going to go ahead and probably rip U-turn. I mean, a lot of this is me just sort of piecemealing together a team based on things that I know have done well, as well as my own understanding of the team here. Let's see here. So what am I missing in chat? I haven't looked back in a minute. Instant Rilla combo is just an easy way to help set up and turn your brain off. Right, Crusadia, absolutely. When you just get the double Fake Out cycling. Oh, yeah, Ratsy shouting out the Discord. A lot of new guys here in the chat today. BGC0, thank you so much for being active in the chat and showing up today. There's definitely a Discord where I would love to see you. Yo, Pokedigger VF, thanks for showing up, buddy. I appreciate the well wishes, man. Thanks for dropping in, bro. Means the world to me that you still show up as late as it is, you French boy. Okay. So yeah, I do like this. Now, Crusadia is suggesting something that's very interesting, which is a set that didn't pick up, I think, a whole lot, but was definitely around. You can do Miraidon Terra Fairy as a way to like hard counter. Raichu Terra Fairy as a hard counter to Miraidon. Because this thing with Lightning Rod can suck all of Miraidon's hits into it, as well as being able to go Terra Fairy to become completely immune to the Draco Meteors. So this thing is like a hardcore counter. And you can go Assault Vest, and this thing is kind of a huge monster. Again, I'm more of a fan at the moment of Rillaboom, and I think BGC 0 makes a good point as we construct this team together. Raichu is a really, really good mon here, but I do agree that in that matchup, it puts the Terra pressure on Raichu to go Terra Fairy, and Terapagos is a huge Terra Hog. You constantly want to make the most of your Stellar Terra, so this is a bit anti-synergistic. I think for the purposes of me getting back in the format, I'm going to go Brain Off mode, and we're just going to rip in Cinderella. I really, really, really like this this combo here. It's something that I'm super comfortable with, and I think a very fine way to get back in the swing of Reg G. But let's continue to explore here on Top Cut Explorer and see what else we can discern. Going back over here to Terapagos, going back to the Calm Mind stuff. So yeah, so now is when we go Incin. So we have Rilla here. But another thing that you see as very consistent on these teams is the Flutter Mane, of course. This is typically the preferred speed control method. And when it's not Flutter Mane, you'll notice that it's Screamtail here, which I imagine is probably... So it is speed control in the fact that it's the fastest thing on this team, and it has the Encore Disable strategy. That allows you to lock opponents out of their move choices so that you can get up Calm Minds. I wonder even if this Screamtail booster energy can disable a Miraidon who's clicking Volt Switch or something. That's kind of really cool. Honestly, that looks super fun. What an awesome adaptation. In this case here, I do think that the Flutter Mane is something I'm more interested in slapping on the team. These Flutter Manes were just really, really effective at throwing out variety of different kinds of speed control. Either the Icy Wind that can do damage, or the Thunder Wave that can paralyze things like Scarf or Shifu, and also Zamazenta to prevent like Iron Defense spam. I mean, I really, really, really like the Flutter on this team here. So we're going to go ahead and slap Flutter on here as our preferred speed control. I also have thought about Whimsicott being a really cool way to enable the Terapagos in the late game. When you're going Specs Terapagos, I believe those things are often running the Whimsicott. I don't know that for a fact, but for a fact at Worlds, but back in the day, early in the format, that used to be a thing. So yeah, we see that we do have the Tornadus and the Whimsicott for the Prankster Tailwind here. This allows you to just get your Terapagos up and firing off ridiculous damage very, very early into the game. So yeah, there's the Prankster Tailwind stuff. We probably won't be doing that on the Calm Mind stuff, but it is a very interesting thing to play with. It's something that I would consider later. Because another thing that I was really really enjoying in this format was just always crutching on the Rain Dance Tornadus core with Urshifu. This could round out the Firewater Grass core, and it would replace the Flutter Mane in terms of speed control with Tailwind. And then in a game where you couldn't really rely heavily on your Terapagos to clean things up, I had many games where I just left Terapagos completely at home, and we would just rip Urshifu with the Stellar Terra or the Water Terra under the rain and just completely clean up, just run train on Calyrex Shadow teams. Now, that was when I was running Specs Terapagos, which I think makes more sense because there's better synergy on the Tailwind mode. In this case, we probably won't try that out today. we're just going to try the Fluttermane set, which I think is a bit more of a safer call for speed control. Icy Wind, Thunder Wave, oops, Moonblast, and Protect. This is, I mean, I also used this set a few times, and I do like this adaptation of Fluttermane becoming a support set with the opportunity to do burst damage and be very, very, very fast. I mean, come on, John, get it together. I really wonder what the damage calcs look like for like the Miraidon that won Worlds against like a Fluttermane if they don't Terra. If it's bulky, speed booster, energy, Terra Fairy, Moonblast. I mean, look at this. You can nearly pick up the KO on the Miraidon if for some reason they don't go Terra Fairy. If they've burned their Terra somewhere else in the match, you can clean house with a very, very, very fast Fluttermane later on. All right, so again, let me go to chat and check out here. So Chrysadia's talking about the Raichu. Yeah, and then we talk about how you don't want to Terra Raichu. Also, you're not Terra Fairy, Terra Blasting Microdon. I know your plan now. Exactly. Terrapagos is a bigger Terra Hog than Arc in front of Amoonguss. Yep, Ace is right there. Flutter would have been on my team if it didn't have disadvantages against Kali-I. It's a really low physical defense. Sucks, yeah. Flutter with Booster also lets you beat fighting types that threaten Terrapagos. I just hate Fluttermane, lol. Yeah, Fluttermane is just... Yeah, BGC 0 makes a really, really good point here that the Fluttermane also offensively covers the Urshifus and the Iron Hands and some of the things that really, really pressure your Terrapagos, which, again, cannot escape its normal typing. This thing has to stay a normal type because when it Terras, it just goes Stellar and Stellar only. So having the not only the immunity to fighting type moves, but the reverse damage coverage in the form of Moonblast is really, really invaluable. Let's switch back over here from the Choice Spec set to the Lefties set and continue to explore. The other thing that I noticed as I was looking over these results are there's a lot of Landorus support, which is very, very interesting to me. I don't feel like I understand this choice as much as these players do. So we're just gonna explore them. If I had to guess, the reason these guys are running the Sheer Force Choice Scarf Landorus is probably to pick up very, very heavy Earth Power KOs onto Zamazenta. I don't know what kind of damage that does when it's coming from a Earth Power Landorus, but we'll check it out here. So Landorus, Modest, Choice Scarf, Earth Power, Sheer Force is doing an easy 2-hit KO to these speedy Zamazentas. I mean, Zamazenta is so freaking fast for no reason, sitting there at a base speed of basically 130. With no investment, it already hits about 150. Yeah, so this thing can knock big chunks out of Zama's health, force Terras on it, which then allows you to get nice KOs with... Terrapagos once the Terra is out. So I totally understand that. But I have to say the thing that I'm more excited about is the Ogerpon Hearthflame. I really, really like the idea of this thing being not only a counter to the Zamazentas with its Ivy Cudgel, but also, again, another way to support Terrapagos in the late game by preventing it from taking hits once it has all of its boosts up. So I really, really like the Spiky Shield, Ivy Cudgel, Follow Me. And then in this case, we could give it Grassy Glide, which is very interesting, or we could give it Woodhammer. Let's look and see what the world champs over here recommend. I really want to try the Grassy Glide set just because I find that to be such a fascinating choice when you have Rilla on the team. But I don't know for sure that these guys were going that way. So this guy went Hornleech, this guy went Woodhammer, and this guy went Woodhammer. I gotta say, in my opinion, I was a bigger fan of the Woodhammer sets than I was of the Hornleech sets, just because with Rillaboom setting up the Grassy Surge, Ogerpon can just get the +1 and rip the stupidest KOs with a boosted Woodhammer. This is basically choice band Woodhammer in the grassy terrain when you're running the Ogerpon on this team. And additionally, this thing, like I said, it covers the Zama. It can do really, really good damage into the Zamazenta. So to me, this makes the most sense as a unique combination of follow me support and the right offensive coverage to fit the team. Okay, let me run back and check on chat a little bit. I really can't do all of this talking and planning and thinking and responding to chat unless I'm switching over one to the other. So let me see what you guys have been saying. Let's see. Oh, wow, I'm really messing stuff up. Or messing things. Crusadia raises the point that Raichu isn't meant to deal damage. It's a support set. I don't have to Terra Fairy Blast you. Right, yeah, this Raichu that we were considering, the Assault Vest, Lightning Rod, Fairy, I don't think this is always a Terra Blast set. I think this is more like Fake Out, Nuzzle, Volt Switch, and then like Endeavor, you know, something like this. This is probably the more realistic set for this Raichu. But again, I think BGC 0 raises a good point. Something that's very convincing to me, at least right now in this moment, that having the pressure to go Terra Fairy on the Raichu limits your ability to put big damage on the board with the Terra Stellar Terapagos. So using Rillaboom as a way to play out the Miraidon games is, I think, a lot better, at least to start off the format. So again, I think I've made my point here about the Ogerpon. Let's see what you guys think. Yep, Incin, Ursh, Rillacore. Yeah. And then, yo, Darth is here. Sorry, bro. It took me a minute to say hi to you. I was absorbed in my current planning and plotting over here. But yo, Darthcast, a pleasure, bro. You've been coming to stream frequently, man. Great to see you again, homie. Great to see you again. Icy Wind T-Wave feels redundant, but it's obviously good since all you actually need is Moonblast and Protect, LOL. Yeah, for real. BGC. Yeah, that sounds good, BGC. Yeah, I'll leave the 0 out. Lando is the main reason that Ace put a water type on the Korai team. Yeah. Is Walking Wake worth looking into? Walking Wake. Well, let's think here, Low Res, because as we sit here, we have our main sweeper in the form of Terapagos. We have our main physical sweeper in the form of Ogerpon Hearthflame. And then we have a nice mix of utility hitters on the side here. I mean, Rillaboom may as well be an offensive piece of the team. We may as well throw it more into that category, while Incin is certainly support and Fluttermane is certainly support. So yeah, I would be open to another special attacker or a more dedicated support tool as our last slot. In my opinion, this 6th slot is going to be something that patches up a matchup that we run into on ladder. So I'm pretty open to what we put here. I don't quite know off the top of my head what Walking Wake will do for us right now, because in my head, Walking Wake kind of needs the booster energy. I mean, I've seen Life Orb on it, but I like the booster energy set more, and we already have the booster energy in Flutter. So I'm going to try and think a little bit more about what this team is lacking in terms of its defensive typing, its offensive output, and its utility tools here. Let's see. We can look at Walking Wake really fast. Evil Quill is asking about Walking Wake too. So here you go. Here's the Walking Wake. Very offensive here with a nice special attack. It's got decent bulk around the board, 190, 85 almost. And then a really good speed that benefits, again, a lot from the booster energy set. But of course, you have the Life Orb set. I think the critical thing here is when I look at this team, the one validation that I could see for having Walking Wake here is that actually one of the hardest matchups for Terapagos is Koraidon. Koraidon is such a pain in the ass because the Collision Course blows up Incin, the Flare Blitz blows up Rillaboom, and the Collision Course blows up Terapagos. So Fluttermane is really like your only answer, and then typically, since all you have is Moonblast, it forces an early terastallization. So being able to rip a crazy Hydro Steam in the sun, if we're like Scarf Walking Wake, I mean, this is certainly something that I'm not opposed to. I wonder what kind of damage this would do to Koraidon, because Koraidon is just such a brutal matchup for us. I struggled so intensely against Koraidon. BGC want to cook with Encore. All right, so let's see. Probably not. Ursh does better as a water type. Bulky Wellspring Ogerpon is John Luke's recommendation. Ace Games says Hearth Flame. Cook with Encore. Oh, wait. Is BGC, are you saying that Ogerpon gets Encore? Oh, shit. I did not realize that Hearth Flame got Encore. That's crazy, bro. That's really wild. I think I'm going to stick with Woodhammer for now. I just want a really basic sort of a skeleton of a team here until we start to understand the problems that we're suffering more, and then we'll be able to refine it with more unique picks like Landorus or Encore Ogerpon, or maybe a different Flutter spread, or maybe we switch Rillaboom for Amoonguss and we make Walking Wake a Raichu like Crusadia was recommending. But let's keep going. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. You guys have been blowing up the chat. I love it. I'm so sorry I haven't been getting back to it as fast. Crusadia says Hearth Flame ignores Frigoraph Armor Tail. Oh shit, I forgot about that. That's extremely cool. Oh shit, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really sick. So you can actually pick up Grassy Glide KOs with the Grassy Terrain up, even if Frigoraph shows up to block those priority moves, because Ogerpon Hearth Flame has Mold Breaker, which will ignore the effects and ignore the abilities of other Pokemon if those abilities would affect this Pokemon's moves. That's extremely cool. Dude, I'm honestly thinking about Grassy Glide just because that interaction sounds goated, and typically Frigoraph is very popular. Actually, let's see. I think Munch Stats already has ladder results up for Regulation G. So let's see how popular Frigg is right now. Yeah, Frigg is up there at 20% usage. 1 in 5 teams will be running Frigoraph. It's something to keep in mind for sure. So we have Grassy Glide options. We have Encore options. Of course, we have Swords Dance options. Again, for now, I still think that I'm just going to leave it as Woodhammer, and we'll keep in mind Grassy Glide and Encore. BGC and Crusadia, y'all are cooking, and I love it. I just need a more specific interaction that I perceive as a good motivation for making that call. All right, don't forget the +1 Ivy Cudgel under Sunlight, right? Darthcast, yeah, if you're running Hearth Flame, you're typically doing it for offense and to go smash and grab with KOs more than the other masks. You're really holding a choice band with no drawbacks. Yeah, Ace, you said it right. Darthcast, no worries. Figured I'd have you in the BG. Love seeing the cooking going on. Awesome. Walk in Sun, yes. Otherwise, maybe. Right, yeah, Darth has definitely got it there that Walking Wake is very, very... It's a very cool thing to consider when you have the sun on your side. Otherwise, you got to have a really good decision, a really good reason to have it on your team without that support. Having 3 dragons on my team made me choose against Wake, right? Sun or Rain Pog, right? The water type is nice. The big thing is that it doesn't resist Glacial Lance, which is harmful. Yeah, Glacial Lance is the other issue for this team. Fighting for opposing Tropicos. Oh, John Luke, are you suggesting fighting as the last slot here? Yeah. Urshifu Water. Oh, you guys are all throwing ideas out here. So we think fighting. We think Urshifu Water. Koraidon nukes Tropicos here, members. Yep. Or a Draco Meteor. Yep. Darthcast. Yeah. Scarf Ursh. And Taunt. She does. Prankster Encore goes harder. Dark type may be immune to Prankster. Mold Breaker ignores Terra Shell. Okay. So yeah, what do we want to do for this last set? The things that I get worried about really is the Koraidon. That's something that I'm really not super psyched about. I do think that fighting type coverage looks really good in the face, like John Luke was saying, of other Tropicos. Having the Stellar or Shifu is pretty goated. And then we have the nice Firewater Grass Core, which is pretty cool. It's a lot of physical offense. I'm not gonna lie, I weirdly am very enamored by the idea of Walking Wake as specifically a Koraidon counter. As specifically being able to deal with the fact that once the sun is up and it goes Terra Fire, we have a way to easily knock it out. Fighting coverage. What else is difficult for Terrapagos here? Really, it's typically just Koraidon and Zama. Those are the things that we struggle with the most. And I think between Incin and Ogerpon, the Zama doesn't look like much of a threat. If it had better attack, I'd say Grassy Seed, Unburden, Hawlucha, but it ain't gonna hit hard enough, I don't think. Yo, Darth, you are cooking, bro. Yo, I have that video on my channel when I was using Unburden Hawlucha for Reg H. I loved it. Clear Amulet, CC, Play Rough, Hands. A way to prevent Fake Out? I mean, yeah, that's definitely interesting, is having the Frigoraph is cool. What up, Grace by Pete? Thanks for jumping in, man. You've caught us at the last point of our our considerations and our thinking here for Reg G, picking up a Calm Mind Terapagos Leftovers team. One of my secret techs is Cudgel, Knock, Play Rough, regular Ogerpon. That's crazy, bro. If you're worried about Zama, a friend of mine and JL found an ingenious way to counter Zama. Skeledirge with Roar. Oh, Crusadia, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I saw you. I think you sent that earlier and I just skipped right over it. Interesting. Yeah, Skeledirge with Roar as a way to nullify all of its boosts. It gets unaware, so it's not even taking any interesting damage if they have sort of a coverage move. You can roar away its boosts, and you're immune to the body press and resisting the Iron Head. That's crazy. Oh, I see. What up, Gerard? Yo, thanks for jumping in, bro. It's good to see you, bro. Terrafire, though, BGC. Yeah, so Play Rough is definitely difficult in the face of the Terrafire Koraidon. I think there's a good argument for, I like JL on the Iron Hands grind. That's interesting, too. Ace, the thing is, I hear you on saying that Fake Out is a big problem for Terra Shell because it will break our essential multi-scale and then prevent us from getting the Calm Mind off, which is why the Covert Cloak was running around for a while. But we have the Protect, and also we can get our own, if we just build these things to be quite fast, then we have the ability to stop the Fake Out before they can land it. I think we're definitely leaving Leftovers, though. Let's see. Crusadia is saying Skeledirge was Terra Water with safety goggles and Will-O-Wisp, but I'm sure it should have something different now that Miraidon is all over the place. Skeledirge was found when Zama was more dominant in the format. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. You know what? I hear you all. I do think the fighting against other Terapagos is certainly important. JL. But I'm so paranoid of Ace's Koraidon. I don't want to hate pick Walking Scarf Wake. BGC, you're damn right about Play Rough base form Ogerpon being something that no one's going to expect. But I definitely like to build my teams with open team sheets in mind. I definitely like. Yeah, I guess that's true. Terra Fire. That way you can get the Stellar boost off later. It would just be good if we could pressure Koraidon and Zama to Terra before losing Fluttermane, because Fluttermane also happens to be our speed control. So we got to be able to knock that thing's speed down and force the Terra, which is rather brutal. Let me just look really fast at like what a +1 Terapagos is doing in the face of what this thing is doing in the face of a Koraidon. So a +1 Terra Starstorm is only doing about 82%, and that's if we're max modest, which is kind of crazy. It's always a 2-hit KO, which is a problem. So if we can't force the Terra, then we can't pick up the KO. That's definitely rough. I do think another special attacker would be good. We already have Fake Out, we have Knockoff, we have Will-O-Wisp, we have Follow Me, we have plenty of Protect, we have plenty of speed control. What if you led Flutter Terapagos into Crydon, bait the Terra, switch out Terapagos, T-Wave, then later Stellar hits super effectively. Yeah, BGC, that's definitely a very, very smart line into it. You need another fighting attack switch in. Yeah, we definitely do. All right, we're going to try Ursh. I appreciate the Wake, but I do think the fighting coverage is probably just as important. Also, I'm like the world's biggest Ursh fan. It's just the best water type in the format. I just love this thing. So we'll go Stellar so we can make these CCs land really hard. I think we'll try Aqua Jet for now. Although we could try Scarf with U-turn for sure. We could try Scarf with U-turn and then still slap Aqua Jet on there and then, yeah, make this thing Scarf. That way we get a little bit more speed control too, which is really cool. All right. Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, and Earth Power, right? Yo, Grace by Pete. We're actually considering Dark Pulse as a more direct counter into the Calyrex Shadow Rider. Yeah, that's where my head's at right now, anyways. Grace by Pete says no. I knew you were going to say that. You talking to me, Pete, or you talking to Ace? I think this looks good. I mean, this is a pretty standard team, all things considered. The Urshrilla, Incin, Firewater, Grass Core. So you have Incin knockoff to force that Terra. And then we have the Ogerpon as our sort of interesting choice support piece. I do think that this Urshifu slot could shift around a little bit. But since we're just jumping into the format to begin, let's just stick with Ol Reliable. You need Earth Power to hit Raging Bolts and Zamas. And you hit knockoff to force the Terra. Yeah, so Grace by Pete is pretty confident that we need to be going Earth Power. And look, he's not entirely wrong. Earth Power does exist on these Worlds teams making day 2. So, you know, they're both interesting here. I think the issue is just that in a world where we can't Terra away from our normal typing, we don't want to not be able to hit ghost types very well. Interesting. BGC is saying Terra Starstorm hits Bolt just as hard as Earth Power. Let's investigate that claim. Let's check it out. And then we're going to jump. Then we're going to do some EVs and jump into some battles. We're only going to do like a couple of test battles, and then it's already going to be time for viewer stuff, people. Let's see. Terra Fairy, AV Bolt. Starstorm and Earth Power. They do exactly the same. Would you look at that? And that is because Earth Power is a base 90, which will double to 180, but Terra Starstorm is a base 120, which with its stab boost will jump to 180. So actually Terra Starstorm is hitting just as hard as Earth Power. Yo, BGC out here got his Reg G stuff down pat, bro. All right, so now we got to work on these EV spreads. And I cannot remember all of the important calcs from back in the day. The special defense drop is more important than the flinch. No, Grace by Pete, it's not about the secondary proc. It's more about the type coverage. So in a world where Zama is Zama is the only thing that's not taking Terra Starstorm as well as Earth Power, because Zama will resist the Terra Starstorm. Earth Power will, I mean, Terra Starstorm will hit the bolts as hard as Earth Powers do, but the Zamas are going to be able to resist the Dark Pulse and the Starstorm, both of which is bad. But yeah, you definitely want Dark Pulse to be able to hit Cali Shadow in a world where you don't terrestrialize Terapagos. I don't really know what the right call is. How do we get started with these EVs? I suppose we could just run some really simple stuff here. So what does Urshifu need to be to outpace Calyrex Shadow? Let's start with that. That should be an easy one, right? Max Timid 222. Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Scarf Set. There we go. So it's just Max Adamant. Perfect. I remember that set. Easy money. Max Adamant. Boom. Done with that one. So that's fine there. Let's look at some of these Urshif or these the calcs here for let's look at the calcs here for Ogerpon. Man, my brain is slowing down already. Ogerpon, Hearthflame, all-out offense. So, right, that's just a 252 spread. And I was hoping for something a little bit more nuanced than that. But I suppose there's no reason to get super fancy here. As far as Incin goes, man, it would be freaking awesome to be able to, like, get to... What's Calyrex at? 222? Man, if Incin could hit 112, how crazy would that be? Oh, that's really funny that Fluttermane could paralyze the horse and then Incin could pick up a knockoff KO. I don't feel like that's super good, but it is interesting. I'm so used to fast Incin anyways that you don't really want to be risking like missing the fake out when it's Terapagos and your Incin against their Incin and something else. Like you really want your Incin to be able to pick up the fake out. Otherwise, you're just protecting and parting shot, which is equally as good. It's hard to say what the right call is here. I think for now, we'll probably start out by investigating how much... I mean, Incin should just pick up this knockoff KO always, right? We don't need any investment. Right, so we don't need any attack investment there. Let's see. Let's look at some calcs with Ice Rider, right? Ice Rider, Terrafire, Min, Speed, or Terra Normal Adamant. You want an Incin that's going to be faster than a 116 Rilla to guarantee fake out? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, Calyrex Ice Rider here, let's say it's a max. Let's say it's a max. This thing's high horsepower is doing so much if you're not an invested Incin. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Calyrex with close combat is absolutely crazy. Use Turbo Incin, 252 Jolly. I like it, Crusadia. I like it. So, who's... Pete is recommending this Rillaboom at 116, which is interesting to me. Rillaboom is hitting 116? That's very wild. Who's doing that? Who's doing such fast? 252 gets up to 137. Yeah, let's definitely do a really speedy Incin. I like it. We're going to start out with just this. I know that this is probably not incredibly optimal, but we're just going to go super, super fast Incin. That way it's weird and it always guarantees, hopefully, 116 EVs on the Rilla. That makes sense. That makes sense. Up to 120. Good. Our Incin outspeeds that. Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, sorry. Guys, I wasn't legitimately worried about close combat Calyrex Ice Rider. That sounds fucking ridiculous. I was looking at the high horsepower calc. I just saw that and I was like, what? Why is that there? Yeah, no, never have I seen a CC Cali Ice. How about Koraidon Collision Course? Is there a world where we ever live Koraidon Collision Course? Like, never, right? Yeah, absolutely not. Definitely got to go Terra Ghost there. It's like stupid damage on damage on damage. All right, we're trying this bullshit Incineroar Speedy set. We're just going to throw people off with our fast cat. Turbo Incineroar it is. How about Rillaboom here? What do we want to do for Rillaboom? Rillaboom is typically not very fast. So who's saying 116 again? Was that Crusadia or was that Grace by Pete? Pete, where are you getting this? Where are you getting this 116 Rilla? If your Terapagos loses to CC Cali, then kudos to your opponent. LOL. Can't counter everything. VGC, for fucking real. If my Terapagos goes down to close combat Calyrex, I'm going to send him a thank you card for just putting on a bullshit clinic. Thanks, man. Let's see. This Rillaboom... I guess what's important KOs that we want for this Rillaboom, right? How are we looking into like a bulky Kyogre? I'm trying to just think about anything I can think of that are important KOs here. Let's look at Shiliang Tang's set, and then we'll go Rillaboom here. Assault Vest set. Yeah, we don't even need to worry about any of this damage, bro. All right, we're just going to do jump points. F it, right? Adamant. 116 is the standard jump. Right, from 174 to 176. Boom, boom. Everyone's speed creeping at 20 in that calc. We're going to go up to 36, and then we'll put the rest of this in special defense. All right, that's good enough for now. Let's not get too complicated with it. Flutter Mane. This thing, as a support Flutter, I'm very curious to know what specs are being sold on 124, 188. What is that outspeeding? Shiliang Tang used Turbo Instant on that same Kyogre team. LOL. I used it in Reg F, and it was always so nice to know I have the faster Fake Out. Yeah, I used, for Toronto this weekend, I used a really fast Instant, and it was such a huge relief to know that I never had to worry about the speed tier flip. This is fine. We'll roll with this. We'll roll with this. We'll roll with this. We'll roll with this. That's all good and dandy. Really, I want to get a little bit creative with my Stellar Pagos and my Flutter Mane here, because we don't need a whole lot of speed on this Flutter Mane. Like, we don't need much speed at all is the thing. Like, what is Koraidon looking like? Adamant, Jolly Koraidon 205. Yeah, so that's never going to be a thing. What about Scarf Urshifu gets to 223. Guys, what the hell is this Flutter Mane's set here for? Why are they recommending that we go to 282? That's crazy. I don't understand why you need, honestly, almost anything. I guess maybe it's just to... Nope. I thought it might be just speed creeping its own... Or creeping its own special attack stat by 1 to make sure you get the booster energy proc. Interesting. So Miraidon. How does Miraidon look again against a Terra Fairy Flutter Mane from this range? Is there any way we can crank this up a notch? I would love to be able to just pick up a KO here. I mean, this is like a slightly bulky Miraidon too, so you end up having to add a whole lot to guarantee the KO. You don't need to add nearly as much just to get it within safe range. So let's just do that. This is where I'm going to put my marbles. 87.5. There you go. Up to the 93 right there at 124. So that's the special attack investment. I'm going to give this thing 124. Which means we got to go to 132 so we get the speed proc. 4 here. And then we're just going to throw the rest into HP and defense, I suppose. Right? This is probably an okay place to start. This gives us the right proc. Oh, wait. What set is this? Is this... Oh, that's timid. We don't even have... So we can go... We can go modest and land at 171. Again, we don't even need, like, any investment to do that. That's crazy. If we want to hit 171... Yeah, we just go modest 4? That's wild. And then we just hit 172 to proc the speed thing. 4 speed F, and then I guess the rest is just defense. This is weird. This is really weird, but we're gonna go ahead and roll with this. This team feels very weak to fighting. Incin and Tropicos are definitely weak to fighting, and yet we don't have a whole lot of coverage for it outside of explicitly Flutter Mane. Yeah, that's noted, BGC. I definitely hear you on like people running the Amoonguss as a way to play around that fighting weakness. We'll just keep it in mind for sure, and we'll watch how this shit plays out. At this point, we have our Speedy Incin, our standard Rilla, our effed up defensive supportive Flutter Mane that picks up KOs on Miraidon. We got Ogre Pond just for offense. We got Urshifu for a little bit of speed and offense. Now we got to work on this goddamn Pagos. So what we really... I don't know what was popular back in the day on these Pagoses. Let's see if Paste Repository has anything for us. That's what I want to know. Right back to here. So if we go here, we can check out the spreads on the most successful Terapagos that they have. I'm thinking that the only thing that's relevant here is for us to be able to see the Crusadia. The only thing is I want to know if this thing can like be calced to live close combats with the Terra Shell up. With the Stellar Terra Shell up. Terapagos. Calm Mind lefties. Terra Shell is up. Let's look at Urshifu. So the Scarf set gets up to 223. So we definitely want to be able to outspeed the Urshifu when it's paralyzed if it has the Scarf. So that's 224 divided by 12 is we need to at least be hitting 112 to start. Yeah, this way if we paralyze an Adamant Scarf Urshifu with our Flutter Mane, we're able to actually pick up KOs on it with our Terapagos later. So I think that this is an important speed tier to be at least as a starting point, again. Although we could kick this up a bit further, right? No, this is the fastest thing in the format. 222 is the Calyrex Shadow. I'm remembering this stuff now. So this is an important place to begin with. We'll probably go max HP no matter what we're doing. And now we want to know max attack Adamant close combat versus max HP Terra Shell is doing a like nothing. If it's Stellar and we Terra, then we're doing a good chunk there. Wow, it reduces the damage so much. Look at that. We go from over 140% down to... Yeah, right. Crusadia. I got you. Yeah, so we run this here, and then if it's not Terra'd and we don't have our shell for some reason, we're at like 99%. Is there any world where defense can give us a life here? Like, this feels like such a bad investment. Although here's where it makes sense. If our Terra Shell is mostly gone, let's say 95%. We heal up a little bit with lefties and grassy terrain. Okay, I see. Right, it makes everything... right, BGC, right. It makes everything not effective. It's not multi-scale. It makes the hit not very effective, right? Which is sort of distinctly different. Okay, so there's that. So now when we go Terastallization... we want to be able to take on non-stellar close combat. Do we ever have to worry about that? No. What if they're stellar? Is there any world where this makes sense to try and live? Again, probably not. Unless you're like literally max defense. And then it still has a 68% chance to KO. So no, it does not. At this point, I need to get on ladder. We're going to do what I said. We're going to get ourselves up to 112. We're going to go 4-4. Put the rest in special attack. Make the mofo modest, and we're going to rip this. This just gives us... That's true, yeah. We could be defensive. We could go, like, bold or something. Right, we could go something like this, and then check the close combat calc out. I mean, I still don't think it matters if they're stellar. I suppose. There we go. We still have to be such physically... It's just ridiculous physical ball. Even at 252, we have to be at 95% to make this calc worth it. Yeah, this thing has to be at -1. And then it doesn't matter. Then we can go 0 and we're never taking the KO. It's definitely a lot better to work with the Incineroar, Intimidate, and the positioning. We're going to leave this as it is. Right. Okay, clear Amulet too. That's fair, Ace. Good call. Good call. All right, Chad. It took us a while to get here. Thank you for sticking with me through this journey. We now have We now have our offensive Terapagos with all of the follow me, fake out, speed control support, and a little bit of offense to round it out. I'm wary of this Ogre Pawn getting, maybe needing to switch to something a little bit more techy. I liked the Encore and the Mold Breaker Grassy Glide idea. I'm open to this Urshifu slot switching out into something that's perhaps a special attacker, or perhaps something that offers a little bit of a better matchup patching. I know we've had some observations here that we're definitely weak to fighting. Again, Koraidon, holy shit, such a problem for this team. But all things considered, this is a pretty standard go-to Calm Mind Terapagos team. This should do fairly well for our first debut back onto the Reg G ladder. Let's not go around anymore. Let's just get to it. Yo, Pokédigger VF showing back up. What up, homie? Watch us jump into the ladder now. Been a minute. Woo! Here we go, people. Let's watch this turtle clap cheeks. Oh, feeling good to be back in the driver's seat with my favorite little shelled boy. Some Reg G action. Ace, your team has always been a problem for me. I am not looking forward to this at all. Okay, interesting. What the hell is this? I'm suspicious after... Always Ace, always aiming for top 500. I'm suspicious after Wolf's Gothitelle Polytoad Parish run at Toronto that what I'm looking at here could be Miraidon taking quick KOs and then pivoting into the Parish Song mode. That Miraidon wants to click Thunder. Oh, you're damn right, BGC. You're damn right that thing wants to click Thunder. That's so funny. All right. In my opinion, definitely want to set up the Pagos. Definitely want to start with the Rillaboom. Definitely want the Incin Intimidation into their Ursh. Fluttermane looks important here. We already have coverage on... Yeah, I think Incin being able to drop the Ogre Pawn and the Ursh and offer knockoff support into Goth as well as further fake out support is probably the way to go. There's utility here, sorta, not really. Oh, that's Dark Urshifu, isn't it? No, it's got to be Surging Strikes with the Rain and the Tornadus. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, this to me looks like a. This to me looks like it could be. There's no taunt on Polytoad, right? This could be a Protect U-turn into Flutter play. Did they just disconnect already? Fire Ogre on Rain is weird. Absolutely, BGC. And definitely U-turning Gorilla out there was the smart move, given the fact that the Miraidon could come in at any point. Then we could have the Flutter clear out this Ursh no matter what it was, Sash or Scarf, and get our Calm Mind action going and scout out the Polytoad. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. It's the Shifu Everywhere meta. Also, your boy just already forgot what the hell Urshifu is. And we just clicked Protect on this Terapagos in front of this Urshifu. Gotta remember what format we're in, chat. All right, good. We won our first battle. Pop off, everyone. Woo! As easy as I remembered it. Look at that. Easiest win of my life. God, that wasn't even a challenge. Okay, so here we go. Back to our bullshit. This wasn't the winning team, was it? Yeah, this was the winning team. Well, we have open team sheets, chat. Right? Talented opponent. Talented opponent? What do you mean, Pokédigger VF? What are you talking about? How about that? Worlds 2024 Miraidon. It's a shocker, chat. Okay. So, since we have open team sheet and these guys are running just Luca's team, let's see. So it's Sash, it's AV, it's Terra Bug, Covert Cloak with Light Screen. Interesting. So I'm thinking leading Fluttermane as a way to put pressure on the hands. It's all right, Crusadia. That means we're going to get a... Crusadia, you've been playing this team on ladder? Help me crack this shit right now. Ace, you've been playing this team. Help me crack this shit right now. That just means every other ladder game is going to be a win. W City, as long as we can crack the code. So what I'm painfully aware of is that these adaptations to these Miraidon teams, when they were showing up in the format, were bodying my Terapagos because the light screen Whimsicott is extremely frustrating. So in my head, I actually don't want to lead the Terapagos. I'm going to save that for later as both a way to work my way through the light screen or maybe take out the Whims before they're encouraged to go for light screen, and then have the ability to go Terra Shift or whatever the name of the ability is that will clear the field later on. Encore into Terapagos has gotten me in the last few days. Yeah, I just don't think that Terapagos is the way to go against this Whims. It feels so brutal. So I'm pretty motivated to try... Fluttermane as a way to cripple this Miraidon. And then I want something to deal with this Whimsicott. It's gotta be the Ogerpon. And then maybe we run Rilla and Pagos in the back as our way to deal with the terrains. Let's start with this. Yo, Crusadia, clown to clown communication, bro. Our brains are one. Thank you for being in sync with me. So this is specs. We know that. What is this frig set? So it's Psychic Noise, Foul Play, Helping Hand, Trick Room. So could be a Trick Room set, right? Could be a Trick Room set, which we're not super thrilled about. Either way, you gotta imagine this Miraidon is switching out here. So the one thing that I'm pretty interested in doing is... oh, god damn it. Did they leave again? Are you serious? Trick Room and Volt Switch. Right, it feels so obvious. The question is, like... Okay, epic. Another win! Can someone please stick around long enough for me to play a goddamn game? Wow, we're 2-0, chat. How impressive. All right, I need a bite of this burrito. I'm sorry. I didn't want to eat this in front of you guys, but I'm starving. It's just been sitting here. I need to eat this. Life is returning to me, chat. Wendigeist, you're killing me, bro. Undefeated team, Worlds 2025. Yo, Pokénigger VF, he on that same train. They see the storm and they go, I don't want a piece of that, bro. That guy went 4-4 at Toronto. Terrifying. Man, a boy could really use an energy right now. Okay, so look, we got a good matchup into this, right? Shadow, that gives us an advantage here. Now, of course, they do have their own Ogerpon Hearthflame Rilla combo, which we got to be able to be wary of, but we should be able to clear that up with our Terastallization on Pagos. The other thing is we have our Dark Pulse here, so we're locked and loaded to deal with their Shadow Rider. The trick here is we got to deal with their Incin. Like, to me, this is a Pagos Incin game. And then, maybe we go... Again, maybe it's Flutter. Just so we have some fairy coverage and nice speed control. And then I'm going to go Ursh, just because the Scarf damage should be pretty solid into the Shadow and the opposing Ogerpon. Right, so there we go. Incin, Pagos. So the only thing I'm seeing here as a risk is the Terra Ghost on their Incin here. I mean, there's so much pressure for them to Terra or switch away their Kali. I think this is a pretty safe Calm Mind knockoff. Because now we get to scout the item on the Shifu. And it's Sash. We get a Calm Mind. Could be a Parting Shot. Alright, it's a knockoff of their own to get rid of the lefties. The trick here is I'm pretty much not at all scared to trade the boosts I just received on my Pagos for a burn on their Ursh. So we're going to try and eat this close combat here. Now we're going to get the burn on their Urshifu, which is quite nice. We can sort of safely ignore that thing now. They take off our goggles, which is what the hell ever. At this point, I'm going to protect and Parting Shot out of their Ursh and get into my own Ursh, because this is going to give us the ability to go hard in the paint against whatever they go for. And look at this. We get to neuter their Ogerpon into our Urshifu. Now, if they double knockoff, that's sort of very clean, but they don't. They don't double knockoff, which is sweet, man. I suppose the trick here is we don't want to give up our photosynthesis boost if we don't have to. Yeah, this is going well so far. We just need to get rid of their their Urshifu is no longer a threat to our Tropagos, so we want to get Pagos in and start Calm Minding up as quick as we can. I just don't know my damage calcs here. I'm going to double into this Ogerpon. You have to imagine we could pick up a KO here, right? 1, 2. Nope, definitely not. Okay. So Glide's going to do like almost nothing to us. Parting Shot into the Fluttermane is fine. This isn't our premier damage dealer. Yeah, we do need a safe swap for Pagos. You're right, Ace. In fact, maybe U-turn into the Ogerpon was the play here. So they got Grassy Glide, but they don't have any terrain, right? We know the 4 that they're bringing here. Now is the time where we want to Thunder Wave the Cali and pick up the KO here on this Ogerpon. That's pretty brutal. But now Follow Me is gone. Uh-oh. Although, we now have a lot of room here to pick up a double KO ourselves. We can go Incin and Stellar Starstorm and probably pick up the KO here. I mean, Ursha's got such little special defense, and this Cali is Terra'd. We have our Fake Out in for the following turn if they protect. We're not going to die to this close combat at all. That burn is huge right now. Burn just saved our ass. And we can now Fake Out the Urshifu and Starstorm. And now they're going to die to burn, and we should pick up the KO and Cali. Even at +1, bro. Okay. So it's just Fake Out into our Pagos and Dark Pulse again, right? Ooh, this is brutal. I kind of want to go Flutter, Protect. Right, there's the Fake Out. Hopefully this is a Dark Pulse. I mean, all things considered, I think I would have liked an Astral Barrage there more than a Dark Pulse. But I think we can safely Thunder Wave and Calm Mind here. Uh-oh. We miss. The Calm Mind boost is probably not gonna... Oh my god. So we Fake Out their Incin and we just Starstorm. How much did Dark Pulse do? Oh, 40%? No way, bro. Oh, this is kind of fine. This is kind of fine. We might be able to get out. Sorry, guys. I haven't been paying attention to chat very much. So right now, we want to fake out this Calyrex because we know they're going to... They got to be protecting the Calyrex. So I'm going to fake out the Incin and try and pick it up with the Starstorm. Right? There's the protect. If we pick up this KO, we're so goated. Okay, that's rough. See, the thing is, we're faster than their Incin still. So they either have to Dark Pulse the Incin. They can't Astral Barrage right now because they won't pick up the KO on Pagos. Yeah, I've shown Protect. I've shown Protect on Pagos. I want to pick up this win. This is our first actual game here. We're faster than the Incin. So we can just... They gotta knock out the Pagos here. We gotta knock off and Protect. They're not gonna do it. We're clicking Starstorm. They're not gonna hit Pagos. Fuck! Oh, and they live the knockoff. Son of a bitch. Damn. So close, you all. So it didn't end up mattering. They're playing basic. I told you they're playing basic. You're right, BGC. I respected my opponent too much. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, the issue is because the Incin didn't pick up that KO there, even if we had managed to protect that appropriately, we would have been in the same boat. So we really needed that KO on the Cali. It should have been protect, knock off. GG's, man. What up, Ty? Welcome to the stream, bro. We out here on the ladder, finally getting it on with our boy Pagos. So this is another Worlds finishing team, I believe. The Chen Pao, right? Yeah, this guy is using what should be exactly this team here. Pagos Mirror. We have the open team sheet, chat. We have the open team sheet. Awesome, Ty. Good for you. Keep working it out, brother. BGC was right, bro. I should have listened. All right, so if they're playing this team, then their Pagos is substitute. What's going to be the problem here? Again, the problem is mainly... their Ursh. And likewise, our problem for them is going to be our Ursh. I feel like Instant Ursh is the way to lead this. Is it Booster Flutter? It is. It is Booster Flutter. So there's definitely a world where... we have to hard switch out. If they bring their Flutter, we're definitely in kind of a fucked situation. Right? Oh, good. We can check their shit out. Yeah, they're just using the stuff from this team. Look, it's even the splash plate right there. Right, so there we go. We have the open team sheets. That's pretty cool because that means that Flutter is good for us too, being able to Thunderwave all of this stuff over there. Let's go Ursh Flutter. This to me feels like the most obvious good lead. Ursh Flutter and Trap and Instant in the back. Yeah. I'm Crusadia again. Mine's linked as one. This feels like the right play. Because again, so they can protect here, and they can protect there. Let's Icy Wind and U-turn out. Or, Moonblast and U-turn out. Right? Well, what could go wrong here? This music's a little loud for me. Crusadia suggesting we paralyze. Oh shit, we gotta do something. Oh, almost picked up the KO there. Is crazy. Let's get this Ensign to knock this thing off. He's not Surging Strikes into our Ensign. He's Surging Strike. Oh, damn! Should have gone for a bigger move. But now we can... Now we can threaten the close combat here. And the fake out. Protect on you. No protect on you is sort of a misplay, friend. So there goes their Terapagos. That's huge. And now it's Ensign. We want to knock off, or we want to finish their Ursh off because that allows us to get our Pagos up and running. Was that an unnecessary Terra by me? That's what I want to know. Urshifu, Calm Mind, lefties. If it's not Terra'd, and it's Rapid Strike, not Terra'd. Not at -1. Not at Terra Shell. Yeah, that was an unnecessary Terra. So we could have kept our Terra there. We didn't need to do that. What do they do? Fake Aqua Jet? Okay. Parting Shot into our Terapagos. And now we can bring the Ensign back in, which is huge. That's fine. Ursha's already done its job, so we're not really concerned about this. Totally fine by me, bro. Sacred Sword, right? Yeah, it's not great. I mean, hell, we can definitely just close combat this Qianpao right now. Bring that baby down to Sash. What's this thing going to do to us? Sacred Sword into Pagos is nothing. Parting Shot into Urshifu does nothing. Close combat and Calm Mind, baby. What do you guys think? Sucker Punch do anything to Ursh? I don't think so, baby. I think it's over. Nope. So Pao goes down. It's Jover, baby. Bring in Ensign now and protect and force the forfeit. All right, there we go. Our first legitimate win after 2 random disconnects, bro. Okay, that felt good, man. Let's see if we can refine our play at all. Crusadia, what were you suggesting right here, this first turn? What were you suggesting, Crusadia? This play felt really good because it allowed us to neuter the Urshifu, which we knew was probably coming in. Right? Except we went for the hard KO and didn't commit to the damage. And maybe that was the issue because we went to take out this Ursh and didn't end up getting it. I mean, the other thing we could have done is like, we could have Surging Strikes as Surging... We could have clicked Surging Strikes as well. And I bet that plus the Moonblast picks up the KO as well. And then even if they protect, at the very least, we still chip them for the following turn. Then we can continue to like T-Wave and Moonblast. I mean, probably either go for the full commitment and go Terra Fairy, or click a different move on Ursh, because missing that KO is pretty brutal. But at least we know that the double up won't pick up the KO if they defensively Terra. Although 7% is within the realm of making our Fluttermane a little more powerful. Yeah, Terra Water did so much to us with the Surging Strikes. All right, let's jump into another one. So let's just do like one or two more of these games where we actually are facing opponents who don't disconnect. And then for whoever's still here, yo, we can do a little bit of viewer battle action before we sign off for the night. It's 8:30 right now. I'm pretty exhausted from Toronto still. I just wanted to get a little bit of Reg G time in. Let's do 2 more games, then viewer battles, then you boys the f out of here. But for now, chat, we gotta clap up this Zacian player. Yeah, I honestly, BGC, I did not get to play much of the Zacian Drago stuff back when Reg G was active, but I mean, it did good, man. That guy went all the way to Worlds with this shit. So this is Dragonfane Drago. Respectable Zacian pick. Absolutely. Play rough over, Sacred Sword over Swords Dance. Sash with Wide Guard. That's critical for us to play around. Ogre Pond Cornerstone. Yeah, Crusadia for real, man. When Zacian can just be that assistive thing. Sorry, guys. Ensign, Fluttermane, Terapagos, Ursh. So we're going to knock that down, which is very nice. This is Banded Pow, Ghost Terra. So we can pretty safely fake out the Zacian. We can safely fake out the Zacian. You gotta imagine it's a Protect here. And then we probably can blow this Qianpao up, bro. What up? PC Ronin. There's the Ghost. There's the Protect. Here's the Moonblast. Now, how much damage is this thing going to be able to do? This is what I want to know. Not enough, right? No, we're very defensive Flutter. And they can't switch out of the spinner now, which is amazing. So now we Willow the Zacian, and we, I think we Icy Wind for this KO now. Gotta just be a Sacred Sword into our Ensign. This is a good calc for us to know, honestly. Maybe we Will-O-Wisp and we don't Terra since we're still kind of hoping for Pagos to be our Terra. We might just lose Ensign here, but I don't know these damage calcs, so we're just going to let it rip. Icy Wind there. Nice. Break the Sash. Lower the speed on Pelly. We live big time. We miss. Awesome. Icy Wind did 20% to Pelipper, and that's like a base 40 power move. We're going to get 3 times that. I think we go Ursh, and we just try and blow up this Pelly. Moonblast the Pelly, blow it up. We got the rain up now. Sacred Sword don't do shit. No Terra required. We're going to Aqua Jet the Qianpao and switch in Ensign here. Because we're expecting Sucker Punch here and a switch from Zacian. Okay, no switch from Zacian is brutal. But we're neutering this thing now, which is awesome. The question is, who's in the back? Probably Drago, right? Yep, there's the Drago. We're going to Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp this thing. Oh, I mean, not Will-O-Wisp. God damn it. All right, this is going to be a pretty brutal endgame here. Thank God I didn't Will-O-Wisp that. Brutal endgame. So this thing's going to break our Sash, and it's going to get a legendary hit off on us now. unless we can manage to get a paralysis proc, which is probably our win con here. We probably need the Regidrago to break our Terra Shell, and then this Zacian needs to get paralyzed. We need a Calm Mind either way. Did so much. Did we get the proc? No, but we just live, which is wild. Protect for a little HP. Zacian is paralyzed. Maybe we don't... How much did Sacred Sword do? Resisted, right, BGC? $112. This thing is definitely blowing us up. We got a Terra Starstorm. And I don't think we're going to live this, right? It's just over with the dragon energy. Yeah. Brutal. Well, nicely done here. Not faster than the Drago. All right, let me walk through this. Because this was really great. This was fine. The neutral attack there was good. Hitting the Pelly here was great. With the Icy Wind, lowering the speed on Zacian. Living that hit. Will-O-Wisp missing really was like, that effed us up. Missing this Wisp was so, way more brutal than I thought. So we missed the Will-O-Wisp. Switch into Urshifu. Catch the Pelipper wide guarding. Live the Sacred Sword. I suppose here's the other mistake, right? We're expecting a Sucker Punch here. We live that with Urshifu. And I bet we pick up the KO in the rain on this thing. And Zacian is way more of the problem. So let's see, because that's the thing that I'm thinking was... I mean, we can't help that we missed the Will-O-Wisp, but I'm figuring Rapid Strike, Scarf Set, Adamant, In the Rain, Surging Strikes. Yeah, it does 91%. If they're at 95... Yeah, so we had an 83% chance. Yeah, missing the Willow was huge. Right here was the misplay. So we Aqua Jet into Qianpao, which is whatever. But we are going to lose Urshifu if we do that. And we probably KO if we just click, like if we click Thunder Wave and Surging Strikes here, or even Icy Wind and Surging Strikes, we're in a way better position. I decided to try and neuter the Zacian. This was just a total fucked turn here. Trying to neuter the Zacian's attack when it's a fairy with a base 140 whatever, clicking Play Rough into Ursh, like, you cannot intimidate this thing low enough to have Ursh survive at 68%. So not targeting down the Zacian and not making the play with, like, Flutter Mane was ridiculous. This was where we messed up, guys. But Ghost Terra and Protect to block Fake Out was also the best play. Maybe have Burn Qianpao turn 1 and Protect Flutter. Flutter took too much damage turn 1 as well. Let's see. Yeah, I was considering the Terra Ghost here as well. I wanted to just get the burn off. So there's the Fake Out, which makes sense. There's the Moonblast. Yeah, like Terra Ghost Will-O-Wisp could have been pretty huge here. Interesting. All right. Living and learning, chat. One more game, and then we're going to switch over to some viewer battles. Let's see if we can't fish out our final dub of the night. What in the reg F is this? No restricted. Let's not fumble the bag, chat. So this is Tailwind Murkrow, Sash Sneasler, Ghost Terra and Protect to block Fake Out was also the best play, right? Maybe have Burn Qianpao turn 1 and Protect Flutter. Flutter took too much damage turn 1. Yeah. A says easy W. All right. Let's let it rip then, Ace. Another win. Kill Murkrow before Terapagos Haze shenanigans? Absolutely. Valve Angel. Wellspring Mask. Protect Life Orb Lando. Citrus. Eviolite Brave Bird. Protect. Tailwind Taunt. Looks like another early, and then Sash Sneasler with Touch. Looks like another early Flutter game. Looks like another early Flutter game. And then we probably can... I'm pretty tempted to go Pagos here. Because there's no haze on this Murkrow. And then this Wellspring is pretty offensive. Could Terra in the face of our Pagos, which motivates me to bring Rilla. And then I like Urshifu to pick up KOs on the Landorus after Tailwind. Let's let it rip. All this just makes me think that Amoonguss is better than Rilla. BGC, listen, man, I am picking up what you're putting down, bro. It makes sense. All right. Probably going to be Taunt Crow. I think in this case, we just want to Moonblast the Murkrow. And I kind of want to just Starstorm this Landorus. I don't know how much that's going to do. We can Icy Wind and just blow it the fuck up, which is pretty awesome. I'd say we Calm Mind and Moonblast. I wonder how fast this Murkrow is. Probably pretty slow. Oh, did Crusade did Wolf in his grass video? Was that Among Us? I haven't seen it. So there's the Poison, which makes sense. There's the Tailwind, which is pretty fine. We live that. We blow Murkrow up. No Taunt, which is amazing. It's either Tailwind or Taunt. He chose Speed Control over... Oh, this is definitely spooky. But I think we can just Icy Wind and Terra blow up time. Watch this shit. Uh-oh, that's not good. But now we have Ursh. And Rilla. Okay, so we can totally... Yeah, that miss was huge. Dodging Sandsear definitely gives us a chance. So they're definitely faster fake out than us. Which means we want to fake out their Sneasler. No, it's got to be a Dire Claw coming our way. Fake out and Dire Claw, right? So it's fake out here, which means they fake out our Rillaboom, and then they probably just hit the Terapagos. So we got to do this. Nice call on the fake out. All right, but now we can safely just Grassy Glide and Starstorm. It should be locked up. Should be it, chat. Find another easy win out here in the world. Playing Reg H, just shameful. So there's the Glide. And there's the knockoff. They do not get the kill. We get an easy Starstorm, and we shift into Urshifu for game. All right. Let's play one more for the road. Give me one more practice round before I go up against the viewers. Reg H with an Ogerpon. Yeah. Last game. Last game. All right. Again. They should have read what they were playing, honestly. Okay, let's see here. So Pagos again looking good. Ursh again looking scary. Wims again looking pretty scary. Again. Yeah, I totally see that. Trick Room would go hard against this team. So Incin looks pretty clean here. As does Rillaboom, all things considered. Right, because we want knockoff pressure against the Calyrex early. We also want pressure against the Urshifu if they lean into that pretty early on. I want Pagos in the back again. And then, it's so tough. Fluttermane probably over Urshifu. It's just that the Tailwind is sort of making it irrelevant. There's a world where we go Ogerpon instead, but I think I'm going to go Flutter. I haven't really clicked Ogerpon much. So interesting. They're going Whimsicott here. We're very, very fast Incin, which means we can fake out the Rillaboom and U-turn. I don't know what exactly they were hoping to catch with this. Oh, also, Crusadia, you're good, bro. About spoiling the Amoonguss thing. No, those videos are really cool. So here's the Tailwind. We're going to U-turn out into Pagos. And then I'm going to knock off this Rillaboom. And protect. No. And Starstorm. Yeah, I'm immune to Prankster, brother, man. So I'm hoping to catch the Cali here. Okay, he just quits. Yeah, that's what I was doing, Crusadia. I was going for the Terra Starstorm into Whimsicott. Weird. All right, we're at 2.5 hours. Let's start doing viewer battles and then get out of here. We take those dubs. Absolutely, Crusadia. We take it. All right, Ace has been waiting since the dawn of time to do a best of 3 in Reg H again, or Reg G against me. So I'm gonna let this man step up to the plate. It's time, Ace. It's time, buddy. You've waited long and hard for this. Get your butt on Showdown. Crusadia, can I tempt you with a Reg G match, buddy? Any chance I can lure you in to a chance to kick my ass? Mr. Going to Milwaukee pretty soon, right? Time to head off. Looking. BGC, I'm not quite sure what that message meant entirely. Sounds like you're taking off, if that's true. Looking forward to more streams. Oh, buddy, that means the world to me. I'm glad you had a good time. You, Mr. BGC, had very good insight all throughout stream. I appreciated your input, man, and it's all good, brother, all good. And it was a pleasure to have you on board. I look forward to catching you around, brother, man. Have a good night, bro. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to, Crusadia. Good night, BGC. All right, Ace. Let's do this, buddy. Banded Koraidon. Hearthflame Mask with the same set as me. Sash with Aqua Jet. AV with Clap, Pulse, Thunderbolt, and Terra Fairy Blast. Covert Cloak. Encore Light Screen Tailwind. And Citrus Berry. All right, we're going to lead battle against Koraidon and Pagos. Abso-absolutely. I think this is the way to play this. I think this is absolutely the way to play this. Let's do this, Ace. Let the games begin. PC Ronan, you're definitely welcome to throw down with me. I have to say, I'm thinking we might be letting Crusadia on next just because he's at work and he says that he's expected to be called for some activity pretty soon. So I think he's on a bit of a timer. But I definitely will get you into the lineup, Ronan. Absolutely. All right, Ace. Let the games begin. I think we want to just... This is a little bit difficult. I think we want to try this out. Okay. Respectable. Very respectable. Respectable turn there. I agree, Ace. I get it. Like it. Ooh, this is already very rough. Already so rough. So we're kind of swapping around here, trying to make this work. Okay. So we have Encore up, which is pretty solid. I think we can... Yeah, this Assault Vest Bolt. I think we can safely try and go for this play here. Not a whole lot here, but this is going to be pretty bad. Okay, we live, which is massive. It'd be great if we could pick up the KO. There's that. That's huge. So no more... No more Tailwind to worry about. And I think no more Terra either. So let's try this. Just because I don't imagine we get out of this situation very easily. Yeah, let's try this. So there's that, which is huge. Oh, come on, chat! Okay, trying to make some important reads here. Wow, no thunderclap is wild. Oh my god! Miss the burn, catch the para. So brutal. Man, that's so insanely bad. Can we get lucky here? Okay, we get a little lucky. That's pretty lucky, all things considered. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yep, finishing me off there. Okay, at this point, he's locked into a fighting move, chat. I think we got it, boys. Rarely do I win this battle against Ace. Boom! Come on! Give me some! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, shit, man. All right, Ronan's up. Man, I usually struggle through that shit. Okay. Another one. Let's see Ace's comeback, chat. Just watching this battle here. Protect there, protect there. That one is so brutal. Okay. Ace trying to come up with another situation here. I know this man want to push it to a game 3. Yeah, Ronan, me and Ace are playing best of 3. You're willing to do best of 3 or best of 1? It's up to you, homie. Yo, if Smelly wants a battle, bro, I'm down to throw down with Smelly Maselli. All right, Ronan, no worries, man. We'll figure it out when the time comes. All right, hold on. I need to get some more water. Give me a second, chat. All right, yo. We back. We back with a fresh cup of wah-wah. All right. Wait, did the music stop? Come on, Safari. Don't be a pain in the ass. All right, chat. Let's see if we can't make this happen one more time. I'm ready, yo. Okay, okay. I respect it. Losing Flutter early is pretty bad. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Yup. 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 Okay. Interesting, 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 interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. Good luck, Ace. Good luck. Have fun, homie. All right, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Check this shit out, chat. Oh, I fucked up that. Whoops. Uh-oh, I fucked that up too. Damn, this is getting really goddamn tricky. I think it's over, chat. I think it's over. It's over. Damn. GG's. Well done, Ace. Yeah, I messed that up. Yeah, I did not play well around that Whimsicott. GG's, dude. Woo! Yep. Gotta watch the whims, bro. Gotta watch the whims. That was crazy. GG's, Ace. Well done, buddy. Man, that Ogre Pond was a bitch to play through. That was so difficult. I tell you what, man. If I ever need someone to help me iron out my Koraidon matchup, I got my boy. All right, Ronan, you ready to load it up, man? I'm ready for another one. Awesome work, Ace. You've been grinding, brother. It shows. You were getting those calls right, bro. All right, me and Ronan about to throw down. Moving on here, chat. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good stuff, Ace. All right. I would love it, Ronan. I would love it. Okay. Let's see what Ronan can put me through. Ronan, put me through the ringer. I hope that was everything you wanted, Ace. It was a good battle, bud. Nice best of 3. Way to make the right calls, man. Okay. Not so hurt by that opening play. That's pretty brutal. That's insanely brutal. I'm so sorry, Ronan. That's so bad. I'll even throw you a restart if you want. Let's run this back. Yeah, we can run it back after this for sure. The sing miss as well. Ronan getting bodied out here, boys. This man could not have worse luck. We got to run it back. Yeah, Terra Shell. Okay, okay. Drop my speed. And then how much should I get here? I bet I live. I live. Oh my god, that Tornadus is so tanky. Holy shit. The Tornadus is tanky, bro. I know, Ronan, you're getting bodied, bro. I'm so sorry, man. Okay. All right, Ronan, we're running this back. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to throw this man some very good luck. Good luck, bro. Okay. Sorry, whenever I get into these matches with viewers, I get really focused in, and I'm not talking to very much. The man needs the luck. Okay, so let's see. How can we play through this? I think this looks good. This looks real good. As does this. As does this. As does this. Yo, BGC. Jesus. BGC. Glad you joined the Discord, homie. And I'm glad you're back, bro. We got about 2 more viewer battles after this one, and then we're done for the night. We're pushing it late. We're gonna play against I'm locked in, Ace. All right. Yep, this is what I wanted to see. Mod celebrating for grabbing another Discord member. Good mod, good mod, good mod. Mod gets their payment for the month. All right, that's important. We gave up our Terra for that. And Jesus, that did so much. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Love it. Nice bulky Chi-Yu. Goated. The burn 2 does not help. So we gonna do this now. We gonna do this now. So let's grab some damage here. Now, we definitely don't want to get unlucky, and we definitely could get unlucky. And the fact that we gave up our Terra on instant makes this a lot harder of an endgame to maneuver. But it's not unwinnable, chat. Oh, Covert Cloak. And got the sleep. That's certainly going to make things harder. But misses that. Can Pagos clean it up, I wonder? Oh my god. Oh my god, Ronan. I'm so sorry, bro. That's crazy. Oh my god. This guy got destroyed. What the hell? Oh, Crusadia. Well, Storm, duty calls. Barf. I just got called and I gotta go. You have a good night, sir. Field track on my first new reg G. I posted in the Discord. Super fun studies work. Sounds good, Crusadia. I'll catch you in the Discord server, bro. Thank you so much for coming out to stream, man. Take care, homie. Sorry you got called into it. I am so sorry, Ronan. Yeah, we can turn this into a video or something. We definitely can turn this into a video. All right. The heat wave is brutal. Come on, Pagos. Come on, Pagos. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Ace. Don't worry. Uh-oh. Sing incoming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sing is here. Sing is here, chat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wake up. No, my God. Bro, your sing luck has flipped. Landing multiple sings through paralysis is crazy. Holy shit, that's so wild. That's insane. Yo, Ronan, do you want to do one more, man, and call it a best of 3? We should, yeah. Uploading and sharing replay. I'm uploading it, Ace. Don't worry, bro. All right, Ronan. Last one, baby. All right, game three, chat. May as well finish the terrible luck video with one more. All right, I'm ready. Let's do it. Smelly, get ready. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see how we can finish up this game. There's the sash. Snarl misses. That's okay. Insane. Insanity. Cannot believe that we're still over here. So there goes the cloak, which is huge. So we can do this now. Knock the speed down. Knock that down. Right, Snarl goes off. Jesus Christ, this guy's Snarl luck is insane. Okay, I mean, Sing luck is insane. Okay. Holy shit, that's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. I have never seen this before. Still asleep, Urshifu. Come on, bro. I think we're safe to finish this up now. No sleep shenanigans, thank God. No more singing there, please, for the love of Christ. Nice chunk to Ensign. But at this point, we're free to go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint now. Holy shit, Calyrex is so weirdly bulky. It's so weirdly bulky. Go to sleep, little VGC player. That horse has no right being that bulky. That's for damn sure. Okay, let's see if we can't finish this up. So we know that we could be risking some interesting interactions here. Starstorm should do 71. It should be able to pick up this KO still. Yeah, we expected that. We should be able to pick up this KO. Chi lost 35. Overheat did nothing. And now we pick up the KO, right? Whew. GG's. That was... Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Ronan. Bro, I'm sweating from that. Ronan had to deal with like a cumulative 15 misses, and that was still so close of a game. That's crazy, bro. That's ridiculous. All right, man. Get Smelly Maselli in here. All right. Where's my boy Smelly? Ah, Mr. Maselli. All right, bro. Ronan identifies with Cybertron's Worlds. I don't even know what year it was. Worlds 2012 finish. Oh, God. What is this? What am I looking at? Boys, what is going on? We got Metagross with Ursaluna, Zekrom, Urshifu. We got some crazy shit here. I'm assuming we want closed team sheets, huh, Smelly? I'm assuming we don't want to give this away. I'm gonna just... Oh, you're okay with it? Okay. Orb Zekrom with Dance. Electric Terra. Follow Me, Helping Hand, Icy Wind. Oh, AV Meta. Throat Spray, Blood Moon, and Scarf. Okay. Okay, we want this for sure. Want this for sure. I think we're going to try this. All right, let's see it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Interesting. Interesting. Trying to work through what exactly is going on here. Body press is brutal. AV plus body press is crazy. Yeah, there goes that. Okay, some speed drops, sure. no Terra yet because he's saving the Terra for the D-Dance Zekrom. Right. Okay, didn't get the KO, which is bad. Okay. God, I was getting so quiet there a minute because again, oh my God! Thank Christ. Thank Christ, you mother effer. Oh, the double protect scaring the living shit out of me. All right, so now we pick up the KO on Zekrom, and now it's the 1v1. And in this case, it is over. Jesus, man. That was crazy. Meteor Mash to get the attack up. But I resist it, and now I protect back to get the Terra Shell. And we Dark Pulse. Jesus! Dude, the Dragon Claw Life Orb KO was crazy. That was ridiculous. I was like, oh, it's just Dragon Claw. I'm an Urshifu. Bye-bye. Bada bing, bada boom. Holy shit, 100. All right, you ready for the next one? I think this is the last game of the night, folks, and then we're the hell out of here. It's not almost 10 o'clock. Your boy is slogged. Let's finish this one up quick, eh? All right, let's see this. Come on, chat. This is the last game of the night. Let's do this up. Hyper Voice, do good damage. Nice. We in it, chat. We in it, chat. Damn, the music going hard. Somebody dying. Somebody dying. Oh, Jesus. Smelly game going crazy. Late night stream. Oh, Silly Billy in the house. Yo, Smelly Maselli is battling Streamer Storm. Smelly Maselli is battling Storm right now. I think your boy Storm got it. Oh, I might have fumbled the bag. I might have fumbled the bag, chat. We got it. Man, fast Incineroar go crazy. Holy shit. Whoa. Dang, Speedy Cat with the win for sure. That Incin was huge. GG Smelly. Show Smelly love. Mr. Man repping the Zekrom Metagross famed duo. Love it. Metagross lovin'. All right, chat. Here we are at the 3.5 hour mark. Many viewer battles in. We put together a Pagos team. It could definitely use some work, some tweaking. We're not bringing Ogerpon much. We're seeing a lot of Incin usage. There's some work to be done here. But I hope you enjoyed the foray into the Reg G stream, people. Some of you have been here for a goddamn minute, and I appreciate the hell out of you. Ace for sure. Ronan for sure. Smelly and Evo Quill for damn sure. Ratsy I know is still there. A lot of other faces showed up tonight. GBC might still be there. Anyways, y'all are the best. Ace, I definitely will need more assistance going into the future. For now, though, your boy, John Luke's still here. Okay. My boy JL still here. Thank you, one and all, for sticking around. It's time for me to turn my tired streamer self to bed. But rest assured, we'll be back in full swing this upcoming Wednesday. Until then, you sweet sons of bitches, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace, yo. Good night.